Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash, the home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Cristiano Simonetta. Stephen Cohn will join me in just a second. The Illini find themselves ranked number 9 in the ACHA for the 6th consecutive week. Stephen Cohn, this is uncharted territory for the program as they failed to reach the top 10 for 1 week in the previous 3 seasons. What can you point to as to why this year's Illinois roster is flourishing at a record of 15-6-1 this season?
Well, I think we knew 2 things about this team when this season started. And those 2 things were this is an experienced team at the same time. A lot of youth, but a lot of talented youth. So I feel like they finally hasn't been that many big injuries. You've had some good goaltending. You've had the top 6, now top 9 on those forwards. They could be top on the top line of most teams in the ACHA. And just all that finally coming together, I think it was just made to be a great year for Nick Fabrini and his team.
Tonight, the Illini face off against the University of Jamestown Jimmies out of North Dakota. They made that 12, 15-plus hour bus drive. They are here, and they are hungry to upset the Illini, ranked number 15 this season. They're also a brand-new program in which they've only been around for 2 seasons. They were great last year in 2016-17, ended the year ranked at number 17. Now they're ranked at 15, trying to climb up. Should Illinois be weary of a team they haven't seen before in history?
Yeah, well, I think it's always a concern every season if you're playing a team that you've never seen before, or at least haven't seen that year. You don't know what's going to change about them. They could change year to year as you always bring new players onto your program. But the one advantage I think Illinois does have tonight is this is a huge ice, the biggest in the ACHA. And we talk about teams like Iowa State, Lindenwood, Illinois' division opponents. They come in here every season, and they don't even know how to play in this ice most of the time. So to have to see a team that you've never seen before, they have to come here and try to adapt to the ice. We saw them on the ice in the pregame, just trying to get a feel for it. We'll have to see how quick that adaptation is. And if they can't get going fast, this might be a long night for the Jimmies.
And Illinois, you look at their top scorers, Eric Cruikshank, 10 goals on the year, but only 16 points. James McGing, who led the team last year, 20 points in 18 games. But there's a new face emerging, and it's Bobby Ernsting, number 24 in orange and gray, 25 points this season, leads the club. Did you expect him to have this nice sophomore campaign, or did you expect the dreaded sophomore slump from number 24?
Well, I think you knew that he was going to have to step up on that second line this year. He had a great freshman season a year ago, and I think he took that starting spot, especially with Luke Forfar, who's back on the team now. When he wasn't on the team first semester, that was when Bobby Ernsting really had to step up in that role and count for those points that Forfar was leaving the Illini with. So I think he's had a great season so far, and that confidence going to build in his final 2 seasons here at Illinois.
Youthful exuberance, you alluded to that just a couple of minutes ago. Joe Nolan, 22 points, 22 games as a freshman, leads all CSCHL defensemen in that regard, as well as goals. He'll battle Oppo Nurmanen for those honors moving towards the end of the season out of Lindenwood. But for Joe Nolan, he's been a great asset for Illinois. Nick Fabrini gets an A+ for the recruiting class. What have you seen from number 27 that has propelled him throughout his opening campaign as a member of Illinois?
Well, I think we've seen it since back in September that this guy just didn't look like a freshman, or the typical freshman that you see in the ACHA. He looked like a guy that could really compete. Upperclassman, knew the game well. He's made some mistakes throughout the season, some turnovers in the neutral ice that have been costly for Illinois, but nothing extraordinarily bad because he has 20. He's got 22 points so far in 22 games. That's second on the team, only to Ernsting. So that kind of performance from a freshman like Joe Nolan, that's incredible, especially with two seniors in that top 4 defensive pairings.
The Jimmies boast a very big and solid lineup. If you want to check out who we're going to be talking about and previewing in the next couple minutes, that's Garrett Browning, 6'8", 240 pounds. This is a wide ice surface, Stephen, but what does Illinois have to do to avoid this type of physical presence that the Jimmies are going to instill on them at home ice?
Well, I think Illinois is going to need to get the puck out fast, and we always say that, but especially when you have bigger guys that they haven't seen before, I think it's just important to try get in transition, try to get the puck going to, and then get a few early goals. We saw last Saturday they scored on that first shift last weekend. So to go off that early start, get that fast start, they'll kind of give, they'll take Jamestown's momentum away, especially when they have 3 guys 6'4" or taller on skates.
And Illinois, their offense is going to be at full strength, minus, of course, Sean Ekpal, who was sidelined before the season began with an upper body injury. Luke Forfar's in the lineup. Thomas Kolaz, the new transfers, in the lineup. James McGing returns after a 4-game absence, as does Chance Holmgren after a 2-game absence. What is the limit here for this Illinois offense, who already does lead the CSCHL with 4.4 goals a game?
Well, I think 7-8 goals a game is not out of the question because there's so many great goal scorers. And you talk about missing a guy like James McGing for 4 games, but still putting 14 goals up a weekend ago. That's a great Illinois team. And guys like John Moskowitz looking down that 4th line. He was a guy that maybe top 6 earlier this season at moments. Neil Novosel the same way. We talked about them being impact players as a freshman, and now suddenly they might only get 5-10 minutes of playing time tonight because Illinois has so many playmakers in that top 9.
Do you like that internal competition, though? Because Evan Sabo's a guy who's fighting in the lineup. He'll be on the 4th line. Charlie Salk, who had 5 points against Rochester last weekend, he's in. Guys like Stephen Quinn, Mike Lindsay, how do they break through?
Well, I think they just finally, they have to hope first that someone else falls down a little bit because there is that competition aspect. But we know that they know that their time's coming. I feel right now it's a very team-oriented atmosphere just because handful of seniors on this team. They haven't had the results that they've wanted the past 3 seasons, although they have had some really good teams. And this year, though, they feel like they might be able to break through if they come together as a team. And I think that's what we're seeing now. 6 home games left. They just want to put on for this crowd.
The offense may get the spotlight, Stephen Cohn. If you're just tuning into the Illini Hockey pregame show, I'm Christian Semena. The action between the University of Jamestown Jimmies and University of Illinois Fighting Illini will be here in 10 minutes. But for right now, as I was saying, Stephen, the offense may get the love now. You have to spread some love to the defense, though, and especially the top 4 guys, Joey Rittendale, Joey Caprio, Tyler Opilka, and Joe Nolan. They've not only been productive, but they've been durable.
Well, first, a shout-out to Joey Caprio, finally almost 400 days without a goal. So you know what that meant to him. You can talk about that. You do a podcast now with him as well, so a few words of what he might have had to say about that goal later, but just seeing that these guys, especially like Joey Randall, a plus 18 overall in the season, Joe Nolan plus 14, and they know what you're getting from Tyler Opilka, 30-plus minutes a night because he just loves being out there. Joey Caprio, solid player. So having 4 defensemen that are just that knowledgeable, and they don't make mistakes, it's impressive, and that bodes so well because, and especially in the CSCHL, some of these opponents that they play, great offensive teams. But to have that defense back there, just able to lock down and score, being those 2-way defensemen, it's a great asset for Nick Fabrini to have.
It wouldn't be an Illini Hockey pregame show without a score prediction. Stephen Cohn, what do you got? You haven't been here in quite a while. You went to Israel. You've been out of the country before you've been back in this rink.
Hey,
good to have you back,
They
partner.
started 3-1 in my absence, so
if they lose tonight, you're going right back.
I'm going
22
back.
hours the other way.
Going to Tel Aviv.
So a score prediction from yourself. Let's hear it.
I don't know. David Heflin got the weekend off. I feel like he may be a little shaky just trying to get a feel again, so I think he gives up 2 goals. But Illinois, they're going to score 5 tonight, 5-2 Illinois.
Illinois on a 3-game winning streak. The Jimmies on a 5-game winning streak. Something's got to give. We'll get you the first period in 8 minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey pregame show presented by YouTube.
Oh, baby, I heard what you said, and I know that we will be alright. You are just the time, girl, and I am just the time boy, and we ain't gonna let it fall. But you can't let me take it down, 'cause we got to take it slow. But there ain't no one that caught me like the words that she used. Oh, but I've been just working hard at you. You've been just working too. We just been playing cool. Your love, my love, is like a mighty river, baby. Got to let it flow. Got to let it flow. No. You got to
And
What is your mic?
yeah.
Is your mic the only one going to work? Stephen Cohn, hi everybody. Cristiano Simonetta joined alongside by Stephen Cohn up in the treehouse here. University of Illinois versus University of Jamestown Jimmies. Illinois, number 9, ranked in the ACHA rankings. Jamestown, number 15. It's going to be a great one because Illinois has not faced a ranked opponent since RMU a couple of weeks ago when they split that series. They've never seen this Jamestown team. Once again, if you missed the pregame show, 2016-17 was their inaugural year. Now it's 2017-18 for their second campaign, and they've done quite well. What are you looking forward right off the bat? A quick start from Illinois. How will they get that done?
Yeah, well, look just right off the bat for Illinois. You're just looking, maybe not a goal in that first shift, but just got a feel. You want to come out, quick tonight. A Jamestown team, we've talked about their size. That might be the only thing they might have going for them tonight, just because we don't really know how they will play in this ice. It's not that often that teams have never come before. And but in regards, Illinois, this is basically the start of their postseason push. Right now, ranked number 9, still inside that top 10, looking to stay up there the rest of the season. But every game the rest of the way, except a weekend series against Illinois State in early February, every game is going to be against a ranked opponent, either an in-division opponent or Jamestown tonight. We'll have the national anthem right here in the Big Ponds. And then we'll be right back here on YouTube with Illini Hockey.
Hi, everybody. Cristiano Cimetta with you. Stephen Cohen alongside. Are you ready for some Illini hockey? Facing off against the University of Jamestown Jimmies. We've got 2 functioning mics here, Stephen. What a game it's going to be. Illinois number 9 versus Jamestown number 15. The starting goaltenders for tonight. And the net to the left in orange as well as black and white. Tyson Brower in his career, 26, 17, and 2. 2.54 goals against average, .915 save percentage. At the other end of the rink, it's David Heflin, orange and gray, the senior for Illinois. His last start, January 6 versus RMU, 32 saves on 35 shots for his career, 25, 10, and 2, 2.63 goals against average, and a .911 save percentage. 2 alike goaltenders in their records, but winning streaks will have to break tonight. Illinois with 3 straight wins, Jamestown with 5. A pair of 24s battling at the dot here, number 14 for Jamestown. Coming to the frame, it's Phoenix McElroy Scott winning the draw for Jamestown. Underway here at the Big Pond, Bobby Ernsting stopping and starting at the neutral zone, gains a red line, blue line, far side, dumps one in, and we're underway here. Cristiano Cimetta with you, Stephen Cohen alongside. It's going to be a fun one here, Stephen, because Illinois loves to play against ranked opponents, and sometimes they play down to ones that are unranked.
Yeah, 2 times so far. Jamestown's tried to get the puck in neutral zone. Illinois stopped both attacks.
19:29 left in this first period. Tyson Brower out to play it. Around number 19, David Kellner. Ripping one back in was Cameron Todd out of Australia. And now it's back behind the net. Eric Cruikshank with some nice forechecking. The pass was too far for Garrett Browning, and it ricochets all the way back to center.
I like that first quick shift for the Illini. About 40 seconds until the first line change.
Browning, 6'8", 240 pounds out of Winnipeg. Put the puck to the far side, and now it's back in for the Jimmies, and it's tossed on for number 23. That was Jason Richter. He couldn't get his stick to the puck. Here comes Eric Cruikshank, the senior forward, on his backhand right circle. Looks for some options. Now out in front for Stuve, but that one was pushed away by Browning to the far side, where it's number 13, Cole McKechnie. 18:44 left in this first period. No score between the Illini and the Jimmies. Joe Nolan drops one for James Homer along the right circle. He dipped one down low for James McGing. McGing for Homer and one-timer. Great save there by Brower. And it's along the high slot for McGing again. Shoots one, and a great shoulder save there by Brower. Number 13, he's hungry to get back in the lineup, and he's hungry to get back on the score sheet with only 6 goals this season, but 20 points overall.
Yeah, but the Illini not afraid to put pucks on nets tonight. That's something we've seen all season long. They get shots off against almost every team.
Holmgren escapes from a man. Looking to the far side option, it was far. Instead, it's number 9, Brian Crom reversing it. McGing forces a turnover. Crom between his legs, and a nice play 2 minutes into this first period, and boarded was Trevor Aquino. McGing couldn't get that puck and knock it down. Along the near side, bottom of your screen, along neutral zone, comes number 7, Destin Robinson. Robinson tipped one in. Novosel dropped one back, and McGing comes with the puck again. And a pass handcuffed Luke Forfar, and that looked very awkward trying to keep that puck icing, but he'll go back to the bench. Everything seems to be okay. Maybe the ice here at the Big Pond not as sharp as it used to. 17:30 left in the first period. Along the far side, number 45, Trevor Paraverzov. Say that 3 times fast.
I liked Luke Forfar's physicality on that first shift he had. Pinned 2 guys to the boards.
Here come the Jimmies along the left circle. Kicked out in front of the save made by Heflin. Along the end boards it goes. The away squad. Back to the right point, it's Simpson. Simpson throwing one on, blocked down inadvertently by Eric Buckley, who has 10 goals and 11 assists on the season. Now behind the net, John Moskluck, first-year player. Wraps one to the far side for Charlie Salk, the sophomore. As Charlie hits the deck there with Buckley, and the puck comes out to center.
Salk scored a goal in 2 straight games. That fourth line getting time in the first 3 minutes. Didn't know how much time they would get tonight with 9 forwards. They're just excellent.
16:43 left in the first period. No score between the Illini and the Jimmies at the Big Pond here on this Friday night edition of Illini Hockey presented by YouTube. We're glad you joined us. Here's David Heflin. The goaltender plays it for Joey Caprio, who lost one to the right point. Simpson kept it in. Now it's McNeil, but a hand pass. Or else McNeil would have been in the clear along the high circles. 16:28 left in the first period. A ferocious pace of this hockey game early on, though.
Yeah, it's a quick pace. Neither team really getting comfortable, but Illinois at least got a few shots on that, try to feel out Brower how he's going to be tonight. Illinois, they've got maybe 2 shots on Heflin, but nothing that's really a set shot.
And now along the right point in the Jimmy zone was Browning. He dumps one down, no icing. Bolingbrook, Illinois native Joey Caprio played it to the far side. It's dumped along the middle. Browning again. Jousts with Illinois. Along the far side. Here's counter to Ernsting. Maybe a 2-on-1 far side, but cut down beautifully. And now along the circles for the Jimmies. They skate the other way. Far cross-ice pass knocked down by Caprio off the stick of number 11, Dylan Haney. And back and forth we go. Stephen Cohn to the left point. Now it's Thomas Kolaz in the Jimmy zone, dropping one for counter. 15:45 left in the first period. The Illini are changing here in the offensive zone as Eric Cruikshank has come on. Kolaz heads off. Possession changes. And now it's Todd to the middle. Richter, 2-on-1 here, and he lost the puck out in front. The shot was knocked down, but a penalty has been called. A high-sticking minor, 4:28 into the first period, as number 23, Jason Richter, almost had a chance there for the Jimmies. He has 5 power play goals. We wonder if we'll see him back for this first unit.
And I'll admit it's my first time watching Thomas Kolaz on the ice, but first impressions from his first shift or two. He's quick, and he kept going to net, which is something we don't see too much, especially on those breakaway opportunities. He's kept going net, trying to get that open lane.
Illinois' PK unit, 89.3%, second in the CSCHL. And the Jamestown Jimmies, 20% on the power play, which is 4th in Division I Independent. Cruikshank sits 2 minutes for high sticking. And it's cleared out by Illinois. As you look at last week's effort, Stephen, Rochester was unable to get a lot done on the power play, but 5 for 8 on the PK. The last 2 games against Rochester. Not what you want to see, but now to the far side, the Jimmies try to capitalize with their 20% power play efficiency. Now to the point. Number 13, McKechnie, goes down low. Puck bouncing here. Richter leads this club with 5 power play goals, as I've already noted, but James McGing skating out with it. He may want to play some 4 corners as his team changes. Joey Caprio comes back on. 1:14 left in the Illini PK. And Caprio sauces one down for Neil Novosel.
Yeah, I think on that chance for Jamestown, it was just a bad pass by Todd. And Jamestown not doing itself any favors here in the first power play of the night.
And they almost go off sides, and they do go off sides. One of the worst things you could do on the power play is Jeremy McNeil. Couldn't hold that line. 5:32 in the first period. Cristiano Cimenetto with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside 0-0 at the Big Pond. Illinois ranked number 9. University of Jamestown Jimmies out of North Dakota, number 15. And still 54 seconds left on Cruikshank's minor for high sticking, but a penalty away from the play as Ernsting goes down. Number 11, Dylan Haney, sits for 2 with 14:22 left. It'll be interference, and the Illini will have a power play in 51 seconds.
Ernsting blindsided, just skating the other way. And that's a good chance for Illinois. They'll get a minute on the power play. What can you do? Attack that power play. Really get that first impression of how the Jimmies play in the PK.
Illinois' power play, 22.1%, second in the CSCHL. The Jimmies' PK, 82.2%, 5th in men's Division I Independent. Caprio left point drive, and that may have been deflected in front by Ernsting, but Brower kept it out nonetheless. 14:15 left in the first period. Opilka pinched at the right point. Now we'll have to skate into neutral ice. 4-on-4 for the next 37 seconds. And here is Ernsting. Up for Drew Richter, the freshman out of Darien, Illinois. Skating around the high circles. Throwing one down low for Bobby. Richter was cleaned out there. And coming the other way are the Jimmies with 13:50 left in the first. 19 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Here's Paraverzov going wide. Throwing one out in front. That one had to be steered away by Heflin. And a turnover by Illinois to the far side. It's number 19. That's Brett Harris.
Nice play by Paraverzov to get around the corner that Caprio was trying to cut off.
Joe Nolan, 22 points, 22 games this season. The Illini head to the power play, 1:07 left on the minor to number 11, Haney, for interference. Nolan for Cruikshank. Far side, it's Forfar. Forfar, high circles, 2 points in 2 games, looking to add more. McGing left circle. Opilka comes back on. Out of the far side half boards, it's Cruikshank. Cruikshank stepping in, fires one. That was blocked down in front. McGing gets to it and rescues. 43 seconds left in the Illini's first power play of the night. It's an abbreviated one, but still time to score. Opilka, straightaway. Out of the right point for Cruikshank. They interchange. His pass was knocked down. He tries to battle for it and does. Homer to the drive, and that one met the glass. And now Forfar comes to play. The sophomore forward, now to the right circle. Cruikshank again. Opilka Straight away, top of the umbrella, he fires, deflected, score! Chance home run out in front! 7:21 into the first period, Illinois grabs the lead.
45 seconds of cycling for the Illini. They finally break down that Jimmy defense. And it's Tyler Opilka, a little deflection there at the net, but Illinois with that early first period goal here in this Friday night.
And Chance home run snaps a 4-game point drought with that goal. His last goal was on November 18th against Davenport. Welcome back to the lineup, Chance. He gives Illinois that 1-0 lead.
And the whole time I was thinking so many options for Nick Fabrini on the power play now. Who's he go with? He goes with guys like Chance Homer and Luke Forfar in his second weekend back with the team. And Chance Homer that scores.
Yee now trying to answer for the Jimmies. He dumps one in. Jack Graham, junior defenseman, plays it on the far side for Salk, who alley-oops one out to the middle area. Chasing away is Novosel, forcing a pass in the middle, and Condati cuts that one off. 12:19 left in the first period, 1-0 Illinois. You look at this fourth line here, Steven. John Moskaluk, Neil Novosel, and Charlie Salk with Evan Sabo as that fourth option. Doesn't seem like that bad of a last line of forwards.
No, they've all been like the second or third line in points this season.
And look at that, a chance there. Knocked away by Brower. Salk spinning one out in front. That one didn't hit a Jimmy's or an Illini stick. A fluttering fadeaway shot there from Jack Graham. Missed everything. 11:49 left in the first period. Illinois 1-0 lead thanks to a power play goal scored by Chance Homer. We haven't got the official signal yet from Larry Kimball. But Illinois, nonetheless, is on top.
Mark Condati, great play in neutral ice to knock that puck away, and Illinois is able to get a change.
Bobby Ernsting on the back check, dumping one to the near side. Kolaz, his speedy ability to the far side, dumps one to the middle. Knocked down along the block eye. Salk tips one to Rittendale, and now for Joe Nolan. Nolan up for Kolaz, wanting to go wide, gains his own, drops one for Joe, shooting one. Bad save there by Brower. 11:11 left in the first period, make a wish. Now the left point, Nolan, that shot was broken down. And skating away will be the Jimmies, unless they turn over the puck, and they do. But now for number 20, that's Alan Pruss.
Impressed with Brower, staying composed. 2 straight shots there from Joe Nolan. That's a tough shot to handle.
Here is Nolan with 10:47 left in the first period. Second line out for head coach Nick Fabrini's team, now changing into the first line. Cruikshank, Stuve, and Drew Richter, the top 3. And Cruikshank almost knocks a man down. Pair of airs off, gets dumped by Richter. Now at the other end along the far side. Shot there was blocked off the stick of number 19, Harris. Cruikshank to the right point, kept in by the Jimmies and wrapped back in. Heflin faked the drop pass. Opilka in an area to tip it ahead by Stuve. Now on the half-boards, they force a turnover. The Jimmies are in. A shot there was blocked down in front. And a sliding blocked it from Caprio. It's underneath Heflin. He still can't find it. A penalty has been called. Illinois will go to the penalty box. But 10:09 left in the first period. Joey Caprio, like Spider-Man, diving out and Supermaning to keep that puck out of the net. So as the goal is officially credited to Chance Homer, in Illinois will have to face another penalty kill.
Well, I was following Joey Caprio on that play, and he started off in that left circle, but then he kept just back skating, trying to just find that place. And luckily, he ended up in front of the shots, which I think right there you take that kind of you take that penalty if you're Illinois, because there were 2-3 chances there for Jamestown to tie up this game, and now you just got to have trust in your PK unit.
Cruikshank, another minor. Here is Browning at the right point for Buckley. Cole Buckley, right circle. Going down low, now back up high for Browning. Browning for number 19, Harris. Browning has a cannon, fakes a shot, and a right pad save there by Heflin. He had to be quick there, going down to the butterfly. It's dumped around on the near side corner. Chance Homer with a shot at dumping it down, and he gets the job done. 9:43 left in the first period, 1:30 left of power play time. The second man advantage for the Jimmies tonight.
And Jamestown really trying to crowd the front of the net, so Illinois will have to try to defend that.
Skating the other way now, Garrett Browning. 6'8". It's going to be tough to shoulder him off the puck. Now for Haney to the left point for Buckley. His shot, Heflin never saw it, but it missed his blocker's side. Browning fighting there with Rittendale. On the near side half-boards, Novosel as well. Now to the right point. Haney down low for Harris. To the right point, Browning. And Buckley again along the hash marks. 55 seconds of power play time for the Jimmies. Buckley shoots, deflected. Heflin had to be sharp there. Out in front. And Browning winds and fires. Left pad save there by Heflin. He kicks one out. Illinois staggering here. Buckley to the right point. They've got to get it clear. Browning. The Buckley one-timer blocked by Novosel. Neil Novosel, the sophomore, his first year in Division I, he dumps it down. He has been excellent for Illinois on the power play this season, and he does it again there. 30 seconds left on Crookshanks Minor.
And you love to see when you're using your body to get in front of the puck, not trying to dash away from that. So Neil Novosel, Joey Caprio, they're helping out their goaltender right now, David Eflin, after a weekend of rest.
Cameron Todd to the far side along the Illini bench, tipped in by McKechnie. Opilka lost it to McKechnie along the far side, but it's dumped over anyway. 9 seconds left on Crookshanks Minor as Okino turns back in his own zone. Ernsting was pressuring him. Opposite blue line, now to the Illini blue line. Richter with some speed. Does a pirouette and curls. Has a man at the point. Instead, we're back to 5-on-5, and Bobby Ernsting retrieves the puck and drops one for Caprio. 2
excellent PKs so far today by Illinois. Maybe one good shot by McKechnie there in the high slot, but nothing else going for Jamestown.
And speeding away is Kolas. Back for Crookshank. Inadvertently hit off a counter skate. A right-handed shot. Wanted the left-handed shot in Crookshank. Now it's Pruss. Right circle. Fires. A bouncing shot. Tipped away by Heflin.
I think Caprio got a piece of that one again.
Out of the left point. Shovel drive. Missed. Backhanded pass. Off the right pad of Heflin once more. Going low. And a shot that they score! Alan Pruss roofs it. And we're tied. It's his 5th goal of the season. 12:34 into the first period. We're tied at 1.
The space to get that puck in there past the left side of Heflin was minimal at best. He got right there in the corner, knocked the Gatorade bottle off of the goal, off the cage. Tied it up at 1, but a great shot by Pruss.
Broken down play for Jamestown, trying to throw everything they can to the front of the net. Puck comes to the right circle, and Pruss, no mistake, I'm not even sure if he looked at the net. He ripped one just underneath the crossbar, and we're tied here. An excellent game shaping out to be in this first period with 7:26 left. Home run scored on the power play for Illinois, and now an answer from the visitors. Paraverzov out of Kelowna, British Columbia. Out of the far side, neutral zone play for Brett Harris. Harris out of Kamloops, British Columbia, driving the other way. Sending one out in front for Richter. Off the stick of McKechnie.
Forfar just a step too slow on chance for a breakaway.
Here's McGing. Great pass on and off the tape of home run. 7 minutes left in the first period, tied at 1. Cristiano Simonetto with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside in the treehouse above the big pond. The far side half boards the captain Rittendale. First Salk goes north with it. Almost too many men on the ice there for the Jimmies. Now back to their own blue line. Dumped in there by Crom. Salk, St. Charles, Illinois native for Nolan. Outlet feed for Novosel. Went off his stick. And back in the possession of the Jimmies.
Charlie Salk gained a lot of playing time tonight.
And the fourth line as well, Steven. So head coach Nick Cabrini trusts all 4 of his forward lines. And why wouldn't he? They produced all season long. And against Robert Morris in particular, Evan Sabo was very good. And now out in front, James McGing may have a breakaway. Looking at the other end. Forehand, backhand, just missed wide. Oh my goodness, he had that open cage just underneath the blocker of Browning. But McGing starting to pick up his play that we saw last season where he would take over games.
And talking about that fourth line, Charlie Salk with a great stretch pass to make that almost possible for James McGing.
And Robinson had his pass knocked away. Now Salk, 5:53 left in the first period. Charlie Salk has some space, moving in, fires, glove save there by Browning, and a rebound try, it's in! No goal as the net was knocked off its moorings. 5:46 left in the first period. I don't think this one's gonna count because the puck crossed the line after the net had been moved, but head coach Nick Cabrini at the front of his bench wants an explanation as Brower kicked off that left post.
For what it's worth, I do think that goal would have, the puck would have gone in the net if it wasn't dislodged. That's a tough break for Illinois, but a great play by Charlie Salk to get that open space in the high slot, take that first shot, get the rebound, and get a second shot as well.
But Brower, it's one-on-one right there from the high slot to stare down Salk and not make the first move. Just shows you how good of a goaltender he is out of Lethbridge, Alberta. Also home, the former Chicago Blackhawks great Christopher Steed.
I think we've seen Salk just improve so much so in the past 2 years to have that confidence to even take that shot.
And he escaped along the left point. It's as if the Jimmies didn't take him seriously and thought that he was going to dump the puck in. He decided to keep it. A great chance for Illinois, who have been buzzing the past couple of minutes. Kolas, 2-on-1 the other way. On his backhand around the net, out in front, and now a chance at the right point for Candati. But guess what? The net has come off, and Steven, I know exactly what you're going to say.
No, what am I going to? Yeah, so what, we made a bet like before the game, I think, and I said it's going to get dislodged 6 times tonight, and you only said 3.
I thought you meant on the right.
Oh, no, I just meant.
But anyways, in general, I said 3, so technically 3
6.
each. And we've already got 2, and it's 14:33 into the first period. And those are scoring chances for Illinois that are being diffused, and we've seen it on both sides. It's not just
all
Illinois'
season
opponent,
long.
and it's not just Illinois' opponents. David Heflin has kicked off his post several times in crucial situations. There's nothing else you can say except for we'll get another stoppage as the puck goes into the Illini bench, 14:52 into the first period. If you just joined us, Chance Holmgren got the scoring started for Illinois on the power play, gave them a 1-0 lead, but answering quickly was Alan Pruss, number 20, in orange, black, and white.
I really like the chances Illinois is getting, though, in the past 2 minutes or so. Just like the confidence it's building, and I think they'll start to get to Brower here in the second period.
5 minutes away from the first period intermission. Cameron Todd skating along the far side. It's dumped in. Here is Caprio. Caprio, who snapped an almost 400-day goal drought last game against Rochester. Spinning away is Stuve. Down low for Cruikshank. To the right point it goes. Caprio settles the puck down. Throws one on. Pad save by Brower with a man in front. That was the Roselle, Illinois native Stuve. 4:35 left in the first period, 1-1. Now on the near side, Richter tosses one in. Out in front, and Cruikshank launched that one wide. Number 15 and number 25 for Illinois. They played together for so many years.
They have a bromance, some would say.
And they do. Some would say that. Now Richter to the far side, of course, alluding to Eric Fisher, if he's listening. We hope he's feeling better, recovering from an illness. Hopefully see him on the broadcast sometime this month. Now here's McGing. Backdoor play in front and poked down as Tyler Opilka wanting to go through 3 Jimmies. Now to the far side. McGing still wants the puck, but outletted by the visitors to the far side. Cleared in. Heflin makes the glove stop and holds. 3:51 left in the first period, tied at 1.
I think Illinois really sees a weakness in that middle of the Jimmy's defense. They keep trying to pound the middle of the ice. And that's where they're going to be more successful because they're eventually going to break down Brower.
Common misconception.
Yeah,
it's all right.
yeah, Brower.
There's Paraverzov.
Yeah.
There's guys like Kolaz, McGing. Broadcasting hockey, it's very interesting. Now at the other end, Luke Forfar had a chance. Wanted a holding minor against, but doesn't get any call from the officials. Holmgren goes down low for Forfar. Can you believe that this is the Illini's 3rd line?
No, this is what I definitely missed with Forfar, that big playability that they always brought. And we've seen that several times tonight.
How about a big play at the other end? Wanting to go through a man's legs was number 12, Buckley. He shakes away from Holmgren along the far side corner. Steered back by Nolan, but Buckley possessing for the Jimmies, but lost it to Forfar. And he goes far side for McGing. He plays one off the boards, but too far for him and on the stick of Paraverzov. As Salk bumped into a man along the far side. Gaining the line again are the Jimmies and dumping one for Nolan. Nolan dodges a check there along the end boards. This game is not for the faint of heart. 2 physical teams going back against each other. Dump down in. John Mosfluck negates the icing. And John also dodges a hit, but the Jimmies take the puck, and they transition well through the neutral zone. Maybe a 3-on-2. It's Yee. Bryson Yee along the near side. Rittendale shadows him and shoulders him. But Yee keeps the motor humming to the right point. It's Todd out in front. That was knocked down. Salk couldn't get the puck out. And with a second chance, he whiffs. And at first you don't succeed. Try again. Charlie Salk gets it out.
Yeah, that's that second effort that very important because if Salk doesn't get that, it could be a chance for Jamestown to just walk right to the net.
And a fan pass there from number 9, Brian Crom. As we get a whistle here. 17:44 into the first period. Chances for both teams at both ends, Stephen. And it may sound like a broken record, but this is maybe one of the most exciting games that we've seen from Illinois in the past 3 months at this very building.
But what I like to see from Illinois are those breakaway chances where they're just trying to really get the puck going the other way. And they're not all being successful, but at least they're getting shots on Brower in this first period. I think they have at least 10, 12 shots.
And James McGing with the best chance of anybody to break this 1-1 tie. He missed on the breakaway blocker side on Brower. Mark Kendati, sophomore defenseman, out in front, tipped by Ernsting into the Jimmy zone. Kellner forechecking well against number 6, Graham Close. And Kellner, gloves one down, great move, shakes, shoots, right pad save there by Brower. Hand-eye coordination for Kellner to play the puck down to his stick quickly and wrist one on. Brower fit to the task there. We get an icing. 1:54 left in the first period. Some great plays being formed by the second line. Thomas Kolaz, Bobby Ernsting, and David Kellner.
Yeah, when did David Kellner become such an offensive force? Just the ability to have the control to get the puck, put it right there, and then still able to get a shot on Brower.
Ernsting wins a draw left circle. Now back for Kendati. Kolaz against the much bigger number 21 Browning. That's an interesting matchup to watch along the end boards. Puck comes back into Brower. He covers up as number 6 Close tangles a bit with Kellner. But just to give you a perspective here, Thomas Kolaz, 5'9". Garrett Browning, 6'8", and Kolaz kept the puck along the end boards. You mentioned his ability, his hard-working ethic, but man, if a 6'8" defenseman is pinning me against the end boards, I'm not moving.
Hey, I thought Tommy Abrams back for Illinois last season was big. This is a different story. 6'8", 240.
And he can move.
Yeah.
From what we've seen so far on this wide ice surface, it's impressive. Down to 90 seconds in this first period. Illinois and the Jimmies tied at 1. Grant Stube going wide. Now out to the middle. His pass was 2 in front of Richter. Pair of airs off. And a saucer pass the other way. Along the near side. Richter dumps one down low. Opilka now to the other Drew Richter, no relation. Excuse me, other Richter, of course. Number 23, Jason Richter, and Drew Richter, no relation that we know of in this hockey game, but you never know.
Hey, only one guy from Illinois on this Jamestown team.
As Crookshank to Stuve, left circle, shoots one, looking for a deflection as a flyby from Opilka, but he missed it. 55.6 left in the first period, still ones on that scoreboard. Nice
glove save from Brower. Tough shot to see with several guys in front of him. So,
and that's what both teams are trying to do. They're trying to toss as much. The kitchen sink is the term. At the goaltenders, and to only allow 1 goal each. It's a solid performance from Tyson Brower as well as David Hefflin. And here is number 4, Trevor Aquino. Dumped one to the left point. Caprio has to dip back as that was offside. Home run. Now for Nolan. Head coach Nick Fabrini maybe changing up his defensive pairs as Nolan and Caprio have not been on the same pair together in quite a while. Brower comes out to play to the right point, kept in by Forfar. Here's James McGing. Getting to the backhand with 23 seconds to go. He'll want to go wide, spinning. Here's Rittendale to the far side. It's Forfar. Along the end boards, he's bumped. Trying to keep going. It's homer and 2. And a penalty coming up. We'll see who it's on. It's going to be on Illinois. The play keeps going. 2 number 9s clash as Homer drops the puck for Rittendale. 3 minor penalties for Illinois in this first period. There'll be a slashing minor with 5.5 left on the clock. Chance Homer sits for 2.
Yeah, that's going to make Nick Fabrini cringe a little bit in the locker room because first 22 minutes of this game it's going to be with 5 seconds left in the first. 6 of those 22 minutes, you're on the PK. So Illinois playing very well so far in the first 4 minutes on those first 2 minors. But if you keep putting your defense in that kind of situation, it's going to be tough to come back from.
Face off to the right of Hefflin. Still enough time on the clock for one last second chance. Browning with a shot in that. He fanned on and tipped away by Kellner. But Browning has that cannon and has tried to unload it 5 times in this first period. And David Hefflin has survived it so far. And that's it for the first set of 20 minutes. How would you rate the Illini's performance in that opening frame?
Hey, that was like a B+. I think you got the offense. You're in those chances. The 1 goal Jamestown scored, kind of on a lucky shot. Illinois playing well so far. Cut down the penalties. I think it should be an Illini win tonight.
If there's one guy on either team that you expect to break out in the second period, who is it and why?
Definitely James McGing. I saw 2-3 chances on offense there for McGing. Finally going to break through after missing 4 games. It's his first game in 2018. I think he wants to score.
Chance Holmgren with first blood, and at the other end, it's Alan Pruss tying up this game at 1 apiece through 20 minutes. We'll get you the second period in 15 minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey First Period presented by YouTube.
day. I want someone to be and someone to drive around town. I need someone to love when the chips are down. Love me when the chips are down. Will you love me when the chips are down? Love me when the chips are down. Could you love me when the world is crashing all around? You can try and be someone you're not, if that's the river that you wanna cross. You can choose the life of a bohemian, or you can choose the material world. But all I need is somewhere to lay my head out. Need someone to love in the middle of the day. someone to be, someone to drive around town. I need someone to love when the chips are down. Oh yeah, love me when the chips are down. Woo. You love me when the chips are down. Love me when the chips are down. Don't you love me when the world is crashing all around?
And hello, everybody. We welcome you in for the start of the second period at the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois. Christian Simetta with you right now. Stephen Cohen alongside. It's the Illini. It's the University of Jamestown Jimmies tied at 1. But, Stephen, everybody wants to know the origin of the mascot for the visitors. It's the Jimmies.
Everybody's been asking.
Some say they're sprinkles. Some say
other things. So, Jamestown is an NAIA affiliated school in Jamestown, North Dakota. Now, when I heard Jamestown, I was thinking East Coast. So they're out there in North Dakota. They drove here. They've just over 1,000 students. Jamestown, North Dakota, 15,000 population. The James River, of course, splits the city. But when we're talking about the Jimmies, what is a Jimmy? Well, it's not that clear. So we think it's a knight. That's their logo. That's their mascot. Their logo is
a knight riding a horse, mind you.
Yeah, if you go to our Twitter page, we have a picture of it. It's a knight riding a horse, orange shield. So I think they're also in on the shield game. That's kind of a big deal now in college athletics. If talking about the Illini, no other team has a shield. But yeah, Jimmies could be other things too, I guess. Hey, but their fight song is "Cheer for the Jamestown Jimmies." So tied at 1 after a period. I don't know. That was all I got. So,
and I bet they were cheering after Alan Pruss tied up the game in the first period with 7:23 left in the first. 1 minute and 55 seconds of power play time left for the Jimmies. Chance Homerin sits 2 minutes for slashing. And David Heflin in the net to the left, net to the right. Tyson Brower. Brower's been very solid in this hockey game.
But what's impressed me most about Jamestown is not maybe what's on the ice tonight, but the fact that it is their second year as a program here. 19 wins a season ago, finished 17th in the country, right now 15th. They also have a first-year head coach, so they had one head coach last season. Cole Bell is there now on their bench. He's from Iowa. He was from New York. He was formerly in Iowa before they graduated in 2013, so he's only like 25, 26, 27. So not a very old coach. He's right now got a very good program that's competing with one of the nation's top programs in Illinois.
And there appears to be a lull before the start of the second period. Once again, if you're just joining us, Christian Simetta with you. Stephen Cohen alongside the treehouse up above the Big Pond. Chance Homerin has been a guy who Illinois has relied on in the early part of this season. And for number 9 in orange and gray, he's upped his game, as has Bobby Ernstad. We talked about it in the preview game show. Youth, youth, youth. And speaking of youth, we have a miniature version of the harassing Illini right below us. Look at that.
Yeah, that's cute.
And you see that at the bottom of your screen. There's about 12 of these guys.
Nick Fabrini's scouting for 2033.
2033 ACHA
yeah.
draft.
Oh, my God.
Maybe NCAA draft. Who knows?
No. Hopefully there's another, NCAA. I see what you did
see
there.
What I did there?
I see what you did.
Foreshadowing.
You caught me off guard. Hey, there might be a ice arena downtown in downtown Champaign, and who knows? Oh, but we're talking about the youth. Are these guys still even young? It's their 4th semester here on campus. They're 2nd semester sophomores at this point. They're well ingrained in the culture of the program, and they're continuing the winning tradition that Illinois has.
Tied at 1. We start the second period. We're glad he can join us. 1:50 of power play time left for the Jimmies. Cole Oz along the end boards. Turn the puck over. Now for number 14, Phoenix McElroy Scott. On his backhand of the right point. Now to left point, Cameron Todd, the Australian. Now down low. It's played back for Todd on the near side half boards. Cole Oz shadowing him. Almost a steal from Opilka. Now a goal line chance. But steered away and backing off for the Illini. And Todd skates in. That pass was knocked down and dumped quickly away by Caprio. But Jamestown, the MO seems to be toss pucks in on David Heflin, and rush the net for second and third chance opportunities.
Well, that's definitely how we saw that first goal tonight. It was that broken play that Press was able to get a goal on.
And James McGing almost with a steal there, and now Opilka lofts one out to the middle. James McGing, but a nice desperation play there from the Jimmies to tap that one back and out of harm's way. Illinois with the puck. And just as I say that, turn back over along the end boards. Todd drew one out to the middle. Gets his own pass back along the far side half boards, but rimmed down by Nolan.
It's a very slow start here in the second period as well. And when Jamestown had a minute 55 in the power play, not really feeling like they're doing much with it.
And I hate having a power play for either team, just in general. When you have a power play at the start of the period, it's so tough to get that mojo going because you had 15, 18 minutes of time off. Trying to get something here. Now at the left point, it's Buckley dropping one. Slap shot over the head and actually hitting the head of McNeil in front off the stick of Haney. We hope he's okay. 10 seconds left in the Illini power play. Or excuse me, penalty kill. Novosel on the far side half boards. Joust there with Browning. But Novosel funnels the puck forward. And we're back to even strength hockey with 18 minutes exactly left in the second.
Illinois flawless through 3 PKs so far tonight.
McNeil lost his stick. Stuve lost an edge. Now to the far side, the puck goes out of play. 2:09 into the second period. Still tied at 1.
Yeah, so now Illinois will get to see, can they play a little faster? Because that was a slow 2 minutes that we saw. So maybe try to speed up the pace this game and get something going another way on Brower.
Face off to the left of David Heflin. Heflin this season has been dynamite. 9-6-1, 2.43 goals against average. He probably wants to bring that down, but the save percentage has been remarkable at .913. Stuve kicked one across for Eric Cruikshank. Burlington, Ontario native, but of course calls Vernon Hills, Illinois home.
I was going to call you out on that. He only lived there for, what, a day?
But he loves, we talked about this on the Coast to Coast podcast earlier in the day, talking about Eric Cruikshank and the fact that he says that he's from Burlington, Ontario, because he was born there. But, of course, his mom and his parents like to point out to us that he's lived in Illinois basically his entire life. But it sure looks good, and it looks very he's dual citizen, mind you.
Hey, so it makes him look like a hockey player.
Exactly.
And has a lot in common with these guys, the Jimmies.
And his play does as well. Now along the end boards, chipped out in front by Richter. Spinning drive from Ernsting was knocked down. 16:57 left in the second period. All on the near side. Now it's number 6, Graham Close for Crom, who spirals one in along the end boards. Nolan with a quick kick out. Illinois trying to capitalize. Odd man rush. Ernsting out in front for counter. And Kolas, and he wrapped one just outside of the cage. The move that he scored on against Rochester going backhand to forehand. That pass was too hot off the stick of Ernsting, and Kolas ran out of real estate.
How many times have you guys played together since with Kolas being so new with this program? That was a great play.
This newly formed second line seems to be the one generating the most offensive chances. The depth up front for Illinois is just remarkable, but it does not matter the amount of talent on paper if they can't execute.
Yeah, but this is definitely the most electric line that Illini offer.
16:05 left in the second period. Here is Kolas, late on his shift along the near side, or excuse me, Ernsting. Digging in, knocked away by the Jimmies. And here comes Jamestown. Cameron Todd, head of steam, going the other way. Down the middle, drops one for Browning as they gain the line. 15:48 left in the second. Along the near side, Todd, as well as Ernsting. It's wrapped back to the near side and kept in by the visitors. Around the net it goes for number 20, Alan Pruss, the goal scorer. To the right point, his pass was too hot to handle for number 15, Todd. He goes back into his own zone. Pruss keeping the play alive to Chavez Leach. Shot there, outside for Heflin. And tossed back forward. That's a play that we've seen the Jimmies execute several times this hockey game, going low along the goal line and quickly playing the puck back. Homer comes up with a steal. James McGing through the middle on his backhand, looking for Forfar. There he comes for Coleman. Great save there! Holy cow! Tyson Brower. Great left to right movement. It's Forfar faking the drive, moving in, and he missed everything. May have been off the stick there of Brower. And a face-off, but Forfar, Ernsting, and McGing, Homer, and Kolas, those 6 forwards, every single time they've touched the puck, there's been chances.
And Chance Homer once again with a shot on Brower. How did Brower save that one? That was a That was a tough shot to get there in the low slot, but Broward very impressive so far tonight. Just the one goal. Tyler Opilka at the high slot, deflected by Chance Homerun.
Novosel lost the draw, but Mosslook got the puck back. Now to the right point, along the near side. Jamestown forces a turnover. Now it's Paraverzov setting up Jason Richter. Richter along the right side. Wanted to go into the middle. His pass was broken up. He goes skate to stick. And backhands one in deep. 14:35 left in the second period, still tied at 1. Number 19, Harris, dropped one back. Opilka retrieves and sets up Salk, who in turn passes for Moskva. Right side, tosses one in, swiped away there. And now it's Caprio. And Richter battling for it. 14:15 left in the second period. Pace has died down. We see those end rushes still, but the quantity of them have been decreasing in this middle frame. Is that a result of a feeling out process between two clubs who are very unfamiliar with each other?
Yeah, I feel like Illinois sees that Jamestown, not the most physical club, so just try to slow that game down and just make sure you're not making mistakes.
Opilka for Novosel on the backhand. Just gets it out. Great pass there from Moscow. 2-on-1 for Illinois. It's Opilka leading the rush on his backhand, and that was knocked away by the skate of number 24. That was Ned Simpson. He turned it over, and Cruikshank on the backhand from a tough angle. Missed the net. Defenseman leading the rush here, Stephen. We talked about the defense in the pregame show, and they've sometimes been leading the offense in unconventional ways, leading 2-on-1s, leading 3-on-2s, both guys. And head coach Nick Rabrini has to be pleased with that, getting activation from his blue liners to create some offense with 13:17 left in the second.
And never a bad thing to have a diverse array of talents on your team and a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things.
Speaking of a guy who can do a lot of things, Joe Nolan working at the defensive side. And he lost the battle against number 7, Destin Robinson. Now down low. A pass was knocked away by Cruikshank. Browning kept it in for the Jimmies. 12:50 left in the second period. Rittendale fanned on a pass, but it got there. Now here's Stuve using his speed wide, but he's closed off and shut down beautifully. But here's Richter finessing through 2. Wrapping around the net. Drew Richter, late man. It's Mark Condati. He fires and a save made there by Brower. 7 minutes, 24 seconds into the second period. Still tied at 1, but the sophomore defenseman getting involved with the shot totals.
Yeah, and Mark Condati gave him just a little head shake after that because they're still trying to figure out Brower now. He's playing a great game so far tonight. He's a little tough to solve.
Condati again, a shot off the draw and a save made by Brower. So the Illini controlling the draw, the play off the dot. And they have several face-off plays that they want to implement. Number 1, throw the puck on from the point and see what sticks. Here it comes again. Ernsting for Condati. Jack Graham shoots one, blockered away to the far side by Brower. Ernsting reverses for counter. Nice stop and start move. Goes between his legs for Ernsting. Looking like the Harlem Globetrotters. What a move from Ernsting. He'll try and wrap one in front. Graham with a stick attempt. And now a backhand try from Colas and a spinning drive was stifled there by Brower. Oh, this second line is going to be a fun one to watch in this second semester. And here's McNeil outletting, knocked down by Graham. Oh, and he is cleaned out there after the play by Haney, and we're going to have a bit of a scrap here as Graham got the puck away, and he was labeled there by Haney.
Browning and Kellner now. Browning threw a shoulder at Kellner, and now you got Ernsting.
And Heflin skating to his own blue line there.
And Jack Graham looking to throw some punches.
And that was a bang-bang play. Going to the box is Haney.
Wow, that might be several penalties on this play, but that will start with Jack Graham laid out in the middle of the ice in neutral zone, close to Illinois' blue line. Joey Randall, the captain, and Richter for Jamestown. Both waiting for word from the officials as they talk to the official scorer.
And as we look on the instant replay, Jack Graham gives up the puck. And you could do this yourself on YouTube, just going back a couple of seconds. You probably won't miss the action here as we have a bit of a lull with 11:58 left in the second period. The referee's trying to sort it out. As Jack Graham releases this puck, Stephen, it's about 1 or 2 seconds that Haney goes to finish his check on Graham. He gets it away, and then a shoulder up high, and he extends the forearms. That's the thing. and Dylan Haney is being escorted out of the rink. And I wonder if this is a 10-minute misconduct plus a 5-minute major, or they're just tossing him for a game misconduct.
It's definitely a moment where you didn't have to go up high. Could have finished that check still.
Exactly, so that's a differentiating factor. If he shoulders him and maybe doesn't catch the head, I don't
think Jack Graham goes down.
Exactly. But with Dylan Haney, a guy who knows how to really throw around the body, and he extends his forearms off the initial collision, it's a dangerous hockey hit. And 5 minutes up on the board for Haney, 2 minutes for Thomas Kolas. For Kolas, protecting his teammates there, only at 5'9". What does that say about the camaraderie they've already struck?
Yeah, you saw David Heflin coming out to just talk to it. So well, that's up at Dylan Haney, 6-foot freshman from Brandon, Manitoba.
And I wonder if Kolas gets a 2-minute minor that is going to wipe out 2 minutes of the Illini 5-minute major. I don't know. If we saw enough in that scrum, maybe there was a punch exchange like you alluded to. I was trying to look back at the hit on Jack Graham. Nonetheless, it'll at least be 3 minutes of power play time, a major power play, so Illinois can score as many goals as they want in those 3 minutes, but for right now, it may be 4-on-4. And Jack Graham appears to be okay, even got in the scrum a bit to exchange some words with Haney. 2 men in the box, one for either team. We'll get the official call from Larry Kimball down at ice level. 5-minute major for head contact and a game misconduct. Richter shoots one up high, 4-on-4. Kolas gets a minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. Here comes James McGing at the far side. Look at the speed here from Ginger. Gains the line, far side, deking forehand, backhand, setting up Caprio. That pass was just off the mark. Once again, 4-on-4 play for the next 1:38, and barring any other penalties, it'll be an Illini major power play for 3 minutes.
And Jamestown had to deal with that 4-on-4 for about 45 seconds in the first, but still much bigger ice than with 4-on-4 now. A lot of open space, so it's a chance for Illinois to take advantage.
Richter at the right circle, wraps around, and plays it for his teammate, who gains red line. Blue line far side. Richter slapping one, going up high on Heflin, where Pruss beat Heflin glove side in the opening frame, so maybe a bit of scouting from head coach Cole Bell. Now on the near side, it's McGing. He lost it as Ernsting went past him with 60 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Stretch pass tipped in there by McGing, and he says that he tipped it, but the referee begs to differ. Icing here. 9:09 into the second period. 4-on-4 play for 53 more ticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Illinois play a little more aggressive right now, try to get more pucks out of net, just because Jamestown doesn't know how to play at a humongously wide ice at 4-on-4. And it's a chance right now, still 53 seconds to Illinois is the man advantage.
Face off to the left of Heflin. Ernsting won the draw against number 20 Pruss. But he is harassing Tyler Opilka. The puck squirts free for Ernsting. He'll rev up the engines behind his own net. For Opilka with a lot of open ice to work with. Here comes Tyler Opilka over the block eye, over the blue line. Shoots one and a save made by Brower. An easy stop from him. Not many of those are going to beat Tyson Brower from the high slot, even though there was nobody around Opilka. 10:29 left in the second period, tied at 1.
Yeah, Opilka probably trying to go for a rebound opportunity at second chance on deflection. But I think right now you got Brower going for you. I'm confident if I'm Jamestown just because he's stopping everything in sight so far.
Face off to the left of Brower. Holmgren tied up with Pruss. 4-man dog pile. Comes away free for number 45, Trevor Paraverzov. Now for Buckley. Shimmying his way around Rittendale wide. Shot one in front. Blocked away by Nolan. 2-on-1 for Illinois. If they hurry, it's Luke Forfar. Chance Holmgren. Holmgren on his backhand. Forfar cutting in. Out of the air and knocked down by Forfar. And Rittendale tripped the man up on the Jimmies. No call coming. 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4 and a big hit there at the bottom of your screen as Paraverzov and Forfar came together. Illini power play for the next 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Oh, and an awkward bounce right there off the outside of the post. And we'll have some more action. Forfar dropping one, but Holmgren wasn't there. But man, an awkward carom off the sideboards almost went into the back of the net, and we have almost seen everything in this game, but that would have been something else. Here comes Drew Richter, near side, the freshman, Out for counter, right on the stick of Grant Stuve, who had just hopped off the bench. Some great timing there. 2:25 left in the Illini power play. They've already scored on the power play this game. Chance home run out in front in the first. Here's Nolan. Down low, Richter, left circle, shoots, gloves, stop there from Brower. And no rebound given. 10:47 into the second period.
Oh, you can't figure out Brower right now. You get good shots there at the left point. Try to get a few passes in, and you still try to go off your Brower. You try to elevate the shot, and it's still a great stop. So I don't know how you solve them right now.
Got to get traffic in front, Stephen. Like any goaltender, whether it's Jamestown's approach against David Heflin or the Illini's against Brower. Traffic, traffic, traffic. You'll look for a deflection, and that's what beat Brower in the first period. Nolan out in front, left pad save. Richter with a slap shot, glove down by Brower once more. It's a shooting gallery on this Illini power play. They still have 2 minutes and 3 seconds of that major power play. Assessed to Dylan Haney, who has been tossed from the game for head contact. And now with 9:01 left in the second period, Illinois sends out their top line.
Yeah, this is James McGing's moment, I think. I think right off the draw. Yeah, almost.
Almost. If Bobby Ernstine was taking the draw, I may have agreed with you. But he's at the left point. Opilka. Now for Cruikshank. Shoots one. Stick save. Rebound. Try score! And guess who? It's James McGing. It's a power play goal. 8:50 left in the second period. Illinois regains the lead.
Yeah, what can I say? Called it. It was almost. It was a goal. So Illinois up 2-1. They got that traffic. They got a deflection. It's that second chance off the rebound. James McGing finishes the job. I said he was going to score in the second period. I said it was going to happen right there. I don't know. What can I say?
Are you a gambling man, Steven?
Hey, there's only been 2 net dislodges tonight. I'm looking for 6.
And I'm not going to doubt you anymore. 7th goal of the season for James McGing. He snaps a 3-game point drought. Illinois, the most important aspect of that goal. Still with a power play, and James McGing looking for more. Left circle. Cruikshank out in front. He drops one back for Opilka, right point. Here he is, Tyler Opilka with the primary assist on Holmgren's goal. Now for Ernstine. Great saucer feed for Cruikshank. Left circle. Great pass. Bobby on his backhand. Stifled there by Todd. Who clears one in the left circle. And an awkward bounce was handled there by Opilka, but dumped away. 2-on-1 for the Jimmies. Shorthanded. Out in front. And a great knockdown there from Cruikshank on the back check. A forward playing great defense with 8:15 left in the second.
Yeah, Cruikshank saw the angle go at diagonal toward the corner and stopped it. Also got down on his knees. So just a great play by Cruikshank, the senior.
And we get a whistle. I believe it was an incidental horn. Oh, the clock has not stopped. So we have another issue. I'm telling you, Stephen, we've seen it all in the first 28 minutes of this hockey game. It's pretty interesting. But 2-1, our score. James McGing with the latest goal for Illinois. It comes again on the power play. So a team that was struggling against Division I opponents, especially ranked opponents with the main advantage, they've got 2 goals. And we're just halfway into this game against the number 15 Jamestown Jimmies.
Yeah, I just think it's a little weird that that's one of the few times that David Heflin, just a few minutes ago when he misplayed that bounce, he knows this place inside out. He got a lot of starts here last season, this season as well. So just a little shocked to see that happen, but still, luckily, Illinois able to capitalize, go another way. And what, a feather just fall from the ceiling of the Illinois Ice Arena? It's like, I know it's like 90 years old, but still. Yeah, the young harassing Illini, I like that one.
They think it's confetti. Maybe it is.
Jamestown Jimmies, by the way. You can imagine the jokes when we play the Dakota State University Trojans. That's from Twitter.
Back on the ice. Here's counter. Right circle. Out in front. He still has it on his backhand. Here is Richter. Spin around pass for Nolan. Minute left in the Illini power play. Nolan. Now for Grant Stuve. Back for number 27. And for Tom Kolas. Left circle. Down low for Richter. Give and go with Kolas. Shoots one. That one just missed. Oh, Tom Kolas pulling the trigger there despite having a pair of Jimmy sticks. Wrapped around him. Now here's Nolan. To the left point. Drew Richter fakes around a man. Now out to the middle. Here he comes. Oh, what a goal! It's Drew Richter. Power play goal. 12:24 into the second period. It's 3-1 orange and gray.
Jason Richter on the Jimmies tried to dive down, stop that one. Drew Richter got around him, went straight to the high slot, put it on the net. 2 goals here in this 5-minute major for Illinois, and that's how you start to build momentum, take the lead.
Goals separated by 1:34. And Drew Richter, a rookie in his freshman campaign, with 10 goals on the season. He had no goals since December 1st and 2 points in his last 5 games, but he comes up huge here with the man advantage. And it's dumped down by the Jimmies with 7:20 left in the second period. Holmgren, McGing, and Richter with the goals for Illinois. And they look for that third one on this major power play. Ernsting, now for Opilka. Alan Pruss scored the goal in the first period for the Jimmies. Deflected just wide by Forfar. That didn't miss by much. And Illinois' power play really flexing their proverbial muscles. And cleared back now for Aquino. Aquino to the far side. We're back to 5-on-5 with 6:50 left in the second.
And now we got to see how Jamestown responds after what was a rough 5-minute sequence. They lose Haney, the major, 2 goals. Good defense so far.
Cameron Todd sends one for Aquino, right behind Brower. Out of the near side, bottom of your screen, Bobby Ernsting comes in play with the puck. And he fanned on that drive to clear it away. Number 16, that's Cale Bell. Didn't see a lot of him in the first period, but it's dumped down by Illinois nonetheless. Brower, dropped it for Browning. Garrett Browning for Jeremy McNeil, over the red line, blue line. Dumps one in over the Illini line. Now here's Charlie Salk. Dumps one to the far point, kept in there and shoveled back by Graham Close. Opilka. Now for Caprio, the senior defenseman. His pass deflected by Novacell, wanting to shake a man. He'll clear it back. Recovered here by McKechnie. Cole McKechnie wanting to wind it up. Toe drag there. May have been one too many moves. Novacell with the turnover. Now here's Salk on his backhand. Wanting to go forward. Now on the end boards, it's Moskaluk. Moskaluk and McKechnie. Novacell takes a hit and also brought his man down. And more physical play. Picking up as Rittendale lends a shoulder to a man. 5:20 left in the second. Here's Opilka. He is cleaned out. Or excuse me, that was Nolan. You got to know, Steven, when you got the puck on your stick, your head's got to be up here or else you're going to take some beating.
Yeah, Jamestown's really I'm a little more physical here in the past 2 minutes or so.
Cruikshank. Surrounded by 3. A reverse hit there. He keeps the puck. Now down low for Moskva. Cruikshank. And he lost it. And it'll be ladled back to Heflin. Almost wide of icing, but he makes a right pad save. 4:50 left in the second period. Not a lot of whistles in between these goals. And here's Richter, and
whistle.
That's how it goes.
Why'd you say that?
4:44 left in the second period. It's 3-1 Illinois. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside.
The game's taking a little longer tonight. It was a late start. We're not really sure why.
7:25 start.
Like the good old days here at the Big Pond.
Not the good old days. It was one season.
Was it just the 1 year?
It was just the 1 year. I couldn't tell you. But we're back to 7 o'clock. Central Time starts. And Illinois, very good in this building. The University of Illinois Ice Arena, otherwise known as the Big Pond, 11-5 at home this year. Jamestown on the road, 7-6. Jack Graham, good to see he's okay and back on the ice for a full shift. Here's Paraverzov. On the near side for Crum. He's pressured by the Illini forecheck. McGing is hit again. My goodness, he is getting crushed. And he wants a call, but that's a clean hockey play, I think, right from the side. He may not like it, but Illinois and Ned Simpson for Jamestown, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. And a shot there from Paraverzov was knocked away. Here's McGing.
And McGing's been chirper with the refs before, so it's not surprising to look for that kind of thing. But yeah, that was a clean hit.
And Jack Graham. And the puck fumble off his stick. The Jimmies come in possession of it. Counter, takes down a man, and the net is dislodged.
3
times the net has been dislodged at both ends of the rink. Now, will David Kellner be assessed a minor for this? We'll see.
It'll be a tough break.
And he's protesting with the officials as him and Paraverzov were tied up. I don't think there's going to be anything out of it, but we'll get a whistle and a face-off in the neutral zone. Ernsting lost the draw. Here's Aquino. Now down low for number 32, Tyler Chavez-Leach. who leads this Jimmy's roster with 13 goals. Out to center.
We haven't said his name much tonight.
And
Illinois has done a nice job.
And they have done a nice job. Here's Kolas, late man, Tyler Opilka, right point, shoots one, deflected one wide by Kellner. And sent back the other way. Wheels coming from number 20, Alan Pruss, the only man for Jamestown to score tonight. Blast from the right circle, easily stopped there by Heflin, no rebound allowed. 16:51 into the second period. So you mentioned Tyler Chavez-Leach. No shots on goal throughout this game. It's just another reason why Illinois' defense has become the anchor of this club this season.
Well, I think when you don't have to focus on the offense, because you have so many playmakers that can score a goal, you're really going to like pin down on defense, another end of the ice. That's what they've been able to do.
Quick hand pass off the draw. Only took a couple seconds off the clock. 3:06 left in the second period. 3-1 Illinois. They'll come back into the middle area once again. You cannot play the puck down with your hand to a teammate intentionally. Novosel on the draw. He won it. Around number 13, McKechnie, a turnover right out in front, and they score! Jason Richter, a big goal for the Jimmies. 3 minutes exactly left in the second period, and they cut the lead in half.
Yeah, Jason Richter took Heflin one-on-one, just one little stick move and just got past him. So yeah, that's a rough play off the draw. That was Illinois being unprepared after a neutral zone face-off. And now Illinois has to step up again because Richter, he made a mistake on the other end of the ice. It's kind of how they scored that last goal by Drew Richter. And now Jason took it into his own hands. Made this a one-goal game.
Richter with his 8th goal of the season, the 19th point of the year. Not the guy you want to give the puck up. And now this game becomes a little bit more interesting with 2:53 left in the second. So much time. Now the Illini lead shrunk to 1. Moskluk, a big hit on the far side. He is with Salk. 2 hand passes in a row. But it was touched down by number 13, McKechnie. Nonetheless, we get a whistle. 17-19 into the second period, 3-2. What a big goal there from Richter to capitalize because Heflin has not been too busy in this middle frame. When you get a breakaway, if they're not seeing a lot of shots, it's tough to react, especially when you're not used to the amount of moves or the type of moves that you'll see from a roster that you haven't faced. Okino dumps one in. Watch out for this bounce and a save made by Heflin. 2:34 left in the second as Cruikshank takes a stick to the face. He gives a shove back. ACHA hockey at its finest, Stephen. Referees letting them play a little bit.
David Heflin usually very steady in the goal. Tonight, just a few times I feel, a few shots, maybe a little more difficult, but Illinois still with that 1-goal lead. So he's still playing with a lead right now, but he's just got to get out of his own head maybe. He had the last weekend off, so 2-week absence.
Maybe a little rust to be shaken off for David Heflin. Started 12 straight games. It could almost burn out any goaltender. He has stayed healthy this entire year.
And Jake Barnhart's his backup tonight. Ross Lippick still on the shelf.
Yeah, Ross Lippick nursing that lower body injury. Here's Cruikshank. Gives it for Nolan. Who backhands one now for the senior. Checked hard to the boards there by McElroy Phoenix. Cruikshank on his backhand, and he is taken down with a horse collar. That'll be a delayed penalty. Heflin goes off. Stuve keeps the puck and is canceled out. And the Jimmies come up with it, a holding minor. Cruikshank having some words here with Brower. And I believe that was a bit of camaraderie there as Cruikshank fell into Brower while he was being taken down. 2:06 left in the second period. So Cruikshank, who took 2 minors in the middle, or in the first period rather, draws one here, and that's a big response here from number 15 because sometimes when he takes a quick amount of penalties, it may throw him off his game. Not there as he used his strength to break around a couple of defenders.
And I was kind of concerned maybe that that frustration was going to show in a different way tonight, just with how this game was going.
Here is Crom on the near side. 1:50 left, and Yee's shot was deflected wide by Counter, directed up into the netting. 1:49 exactly left in the second period. Illinois, all 3 goals tonight on the power play. So another chance to cash in and extend their lead and bring it back to that 2-goal cushion. Richter stays out there. Number 10 has to be the guy on this unit.
Ohio CSCHL rival for the Illini. They beat Pittsburgh tonight 5-0. So important for Illinois once again to try to get those non-conference wins just to kind of build up that strength of schedule for the conference.
Encounter, tied up with Yee off the draw. Nolan drops one for Richter. And Nolan again. one of the quarterbacks on this second Illini power play unit, skates through his own circles. Richter, near side. Defended well and tossed back down. Heflin wearing an A on his sweater and has done so ever since Sean McPhail got injured at the early point of the season. He's been the rock for the guys in orange and gray. A great pass here for Thomas Kolas along the far side. Stops and starts. Here's Charlie Salk. Joe Nolan stepping into one. Fakes a slap shot. Now here's the man they call Chuck. To the left circle, it's Kolas. Down low for Richter. With 60 seconds left on the clock, Richter again! And that high shot out of the air, almost a tip play from one stick to another. That would have been an incredible goal, the goal of the season. And Forfar keeps the play alive with a dive. Now to the far side, it is Kolas. The shimmy and the skating from this kid, it's just amazing me.
Yeah,
he's in control.
Yeah,
he's in control of his edges. Now here's Salk with a drive, and that missed everything. Nolan races to the right point and cleared it in where it'll be recovered by the Jimmies. And now it's Robinson, left circle, fakes one man, shoots, glove saved by Heflin, a deceptive drive there as he beats Salk one-on-one. 24.6 left in the second period, 19 seconds of power play time from Illinois, but Jamestown adjusted on this man advantage.
Yeah, but I think, they adjusted. Illinois, they got in front of the net this time. They didn't let Illinois get those second chance opportunities. But David, definitely I feel like right there, that glove save, that might shake off some of the rust, build some of the confidence here entering the third period.
He was tied up on the draw again, and Forfar won it. Now for Opilka, one last rush for Illinois. 15 seconds left in the period. Opilka, far side for McGing, who can make a man miss, and does so. Far side for Ernstine, 10 seconds ago, and that puck just bounced over his stick and cleared away by Yee. That will all set and do it for this second period. Back to 5-on-5. Heflin shovels one to the far side, and that will do it for the second set of 20 minutes. 3-2 Illinois after 2 periods. Like I mentioned, Stephen, a trifecta of power play goals coming from the home squad. It's great for them, but what do they need to improve at even strength play to really kick this game up another notch in the final frame?
Well, I think just allowing, I think Jamestown got a few too many opportunities on Heflin there. Maybe not the shots, but just their offensive zone time. Maybe a little too long. Illinois' got to get the puck going another way just a little more.
All right, well, you were right in the first period intermission saying James King was your guy. Who's your guy in the third period?
I think Thomas Kolas. I'm seeing way too many great stick moves from him and too many shots at the net. He's not going to score tonight. If he doesn't score tonight, I'll tell you, he scores tomorrow night.
If you could pick one player on Jamestown, because a back-breaking goal for Illinois against, with Jamestown tying the game in the third period, could shift the tide if they get that next one.
How about Tyler Chavez-Leach? Let's see the leading scorer for the Jimmies. Let's see him get on the board and make his mark here in one of Jamestown's biggest games in program history.
Illinois, Jamestown, after 40 minutes. Illinois up 3-2 over the Jimmies. We'll get you the third period in 15 minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey second period presented by YouTube.
Tonight we are victorious, champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. And nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. I'm like a scarf, trinkets all of the us. And nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. We are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. We saw the western coast. I saw the hospital. Nursed the shoreline like a wound. Because of lovers' tryst, we're neither clear nor discreet. We kept it safe and slow, the quiet things that no one ever knows. Keep your blood in your head. Today's the day it gets hard. Feel my body again. Wasting words on lower cases and capitals. And keep your feet on the ground. Today's the day we drop down. All for an empty hotel. I contemplate
And hello, everybody. We welcome you into the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois for the start of the third period. Christian Semetta with you, Stephen Cohn alongside. So how about we stray away from hockey for just a second, and how about a fellow Illinois team, the men's basketball team? How are they doing, Stephen Cohn?
Not well. Not well, Cotton. That's all I got to say. No, down 43-32 at the half to Wisconsin. 0-6 currently in Big Ten play. Looking to avoid that dreaded 0-7 start Brad Underwood last year. His Oklahoma State team started 0-6. Then they started to win games. That might not be the case for this year's Illinois team. But Illinois hockey.
From the court to the ice, a winning team. And 15-6-1 on the season, trying to improve to 16-6-1. 3-2 our score. Jamestown looking to tie this game. Along the far side, here they come. Dropping one from McElroy Scott. Shot there, saved by Heflin. He doesn't know where it is, and it's finally whistled down. 27 seconds into the third period. Heflin, he's been strong tonight, but the first shot has worried me a little bit coming from the point because Jamestown boasts some weapons from the back end. Yeah, but I think we saw toward the end of the second period, he started to get some stops. A little less sloppy in the crease, and then we'll see what he does this third period, only with a 1-goal lead. Out of the right point, Cameron Todd. High slot redirect off the skate of a man. And now it's to the near side. Grant Stube, red line, dropped it for Cruikshank. Richter couldn't hold the line with his left skate. But nonetheless, play is deemed to be onside. 45 seconds into the third period. Cruikshank, now for Richter, spinning in traffic, turned over the puck. Number 16, Cale Bell. Top of your screen, out of the middle. Here's number 8. It's McNeil. Fakes the drive, tied up by Nolan, and canceled out to the far side. But the Jimmies keep the puck. It's Bell again, backhanding one to the left point. Browning shovels one in cross corner. The cycle's on for the visitors. Joe Nolan really stopped the momentum Jamestown had, was able to cut him off on the far side. A great active stick. Brower trying to kickstart the rush for his team. Instead turned over. Now James McGing out in front. And Luke Forfar out of the near side, 1:30 into the third period. We've seen this at the start of the second and the third period, Stephen, where there's so much electricity going on in the middle part of the frame. But now here's James McGing trying to prove me wrong out in front for Homer. The left pad save. Where is it? The pass. It's still a whistle on the backhand. It would have been Rittendale, but the play was whistled down. 1:45 into the third. What I was going to say is that we see some lackadaisical play on both sides. Not a lot of high-octane scoring chances early in periods. But James McGing and Luke Forfar springing one another through the offensive zone, and a lucky bounce for Illinois almost ends up in the back of the cage. And we're just used to seeing that here at the Big Ponds. It's alumni weekend. We'll have alumni here. They've seen that for years. Just the fact that it is so big, sometimes you get lost on the ice. You're not able to find yourself an offense. Takes a few minutes. And Illinois can't win that faceoff. They don't win this one. Now it's to the near side in the neutral zone. Stretch pass for Yee. Yee left circle. Backhanding around Rittendale. His pass. And off the right pad, now to the left point. It's Todd at the right point. Cameron Todd looking for shooting. It looks like a great save there by Heflin on Yee, who was uncovered out in front. Illinois wants to sharpen up that defense to start this third period, but here come the visitors. Aquino out of the far side. Robinson's in the middle. And instead goes back to number 4. He shoots one. Heflin again was shouldered, but didn't have to make the save. Nolan cancels out his man, and Heflin springs away and covers, but Rittendale checked his man into the net. 2 minutes and 28 seconds into the third period. Slow-moving puck development from Jamestown, and they're not able to get a lot of shots on. Yeah, and I thought Yee about 15, 20 seconds ago had a chance in front of net, but I didn't like his positioning a little too close. If he's a little farther blocking Heflin, might be able to tap that one in for a goal. Alan Pruss, number 20. And orange, black, and white lost the draw to Novacell. But Eric Buckley, one of the more decorated offensive players for this team with the puck, trying to make an impact. Here's Jack Graham, tied up by Pruss. Puck bounces over Buckley. Out of the near side. It's been all Jamestown in the early portions of this third period. They're down a goal, and they need one. They interchange. On the right wing, a shot there coming from Chavez Leach. He fanned on it. John Moskalik settles the puck down and lays one up ahead for Charlie Salk, who wands one in. Takes a hit, makes a play. Moskalik lost the puck in his skates, dropped it for Charlie. He's hit there by number 24, Ned Simpson, who's laid the body on a lot tonight. Charlie loses some equipment. Caprio with a shot at the right point. This could be a chance, but just out of the reach of Pruss and Opilka there to rescue.
Opilka's everywhere, always on the ice.
And we hinted in the pregame show, he loves playing 30 minutes, and he's definitely going to get 20 plus, 25 plus in this period. Ernstine went between his legs, tried to send one to the front of the net. Instead, it's Jason Richter, who scored with 3 minutes left in the second period off an Illini turnover. Now at the blue line, delayed offsides. Ernstine, great move again through his legs, and now springing Kolas forward. Kolas, left circle, look at Thomas Kolas, the wheels shot, blocked down in front. I believe it was off the leg of Browning. And Browning takes Kolas to the curb, and now at the blue line, red line, Illini, blue line right side, Cameron Todd out in front, and off the goalpost from Richter. That was labeled for the twine, and he was just beaten by the iron. Joe Nolan skating out of his own zone. Maybe a 3-on-2 rush for the Illini. 15:37 left in the third period. Counter reversed it. Browning lost the puck to Kolas. On his backhand, puck, great pass for Nolan. Slap shot. It was blocked down in front by Robinson. 15:23 left in the third period. And a jump. Here comes the captain. Rittendale backdoor play and a great defensive save. And the net has been dislodged again. And the shot goes wide. But the net is staying on its mooring, but the referees are going to blow it down. Guess what? That's 4 times. But if you're the captain, Joey Rittendale, do you want to see him take that shot in all alone?
He's been a little more offensive this season than years past. And I thought right there, I thought that was definitely going to be a chance. He tries to go on the left side of Brower, but instead he passes it off. And I don't agree with that decision. I thought he'd open the lane to the net.
That could come back to haunt the Illini if Jamestown gets this next goal. They've had some opportunities. Brower has been fit to the task, and so has David Heflin's left post.
Yeah, add that into Jason Richter's near miss on the last shift.
Hockey's a game of inches. And here is Cruikshank. Nice move between the leg. Here's Richter. Oh, he just went high with it. Something out of nothing at both ends. Richter's playing the 3-on-2, and now Cruikshank's moved through a couple of Jamestown defenders. And Richter just missed above the crossbar.
They Illinois really muscling their way through Jamestown's defense right now. Taking any small gap they can get to go try to steal the puck. Taking advantage of it.
Yee through the middle. Just off sides. As number 9, Crom, couldn't hold it. 14:33 left in the third period. It's interesting that you mentioned that because we thought off the air to start this game, Illinois was going to blow away Jamestown with their speed because they know this wide ice surface, but they're leading with their physicality and their ability to be tenacious along the walls.
Yeah, definitely Bobby Ernstine right now. I feel like just any time there's a chance for him to go get the puck, this period he's been getting it.
Cleared in by Aquino. Heflin tips one for Caprio. On the near side, his pass was broken up, but he gets it back. And again kept in by the Jimmies. Left side, fake shot there, Aquino, and instead it goes for Paraverzov. He shoots one, blocked by Caprio. That stung him. Could be a 2-on-1 for Illinois. Homer now for Forfar. We've seen this story before. How will this one end? Forfar, wide shot. Homer on his back. And he tried to slap that one home, but it's stopped there by Brower. 5:56 into the third period.
Yeah, I like that 2-man game that they've had. It's back. Forfar goes away for a semester, but comes right back, and I feel like they lost no chemistry between the two. And that was something that we were excited about last season going forward for the rest of their Illini careers.
Holmgren wins a draw for Forfar at the far side. Say that 3 times fast. Here's Rittendale. Now for McGing, bad angle. Shot was blocked away by Brower. And here is Buckley with some great speed, threading one through to the middle. Backhand headhunter. That was from number 32, Chavez Leach. And going high on David Heflin.
I think that's his first shot of the night, though.
Attempt.
Yeah,
exactly.
first attempt.
And it doesn't even get on net. Illinois canceling out the leading scorer in terms of goals for the Jimmies. Charlie Salk tosses one for Rittendale, who goes for McGing at the near side as Nolan and Buckley came together. Jimmy's bench doesn't like that. 13:23 left in the third period, 3-2 Illinois. Cristiano Simonetto with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. And here's Moskala. He turned the puck over, now Nolan and Rittendale. You can tell the forecheck of Jamestown has been much more aggressive. They're sensing blood in the water, and it's only a 1-goal game, a 1-mistake game, if you will. And Illinois has to manage their puck possession in their own zone first before thinking about going in the offensive rush.
Yeah, Jamestown right now looking to force that one error by the Illini on their back check.
And they seem to be going with man-to-man in the defensive zone and a zone play through the middle area, the neutral zone. Here's Browning on the far side. Novosel and Salk now out in front. Oh, out in front again was Kolas, and he missed the glove side on Brower. Another chance, and Kandati lets it go and a save made. Swallowed up by Brower, no rebound allowed. 7:28 into the third period. Charlie Salk and Neil Novosel, great work at the far side. Thomas Kolas in alone, and he can't hit Twine or even Brower.
Definitely a little organized chaos right now from that line. Just trying to get shots, pucks on the net. But Thomas Kolas is everywhere on the ice at once. He's an electric offensive player.
And here he is again battling with Okino. They spar at the near side. Puck comes free. Far side, top of your screen. Here he comes. It's Crom to his backhand. Around Graham to the right point. Cameron Todd shoots one off the head. Oh boy, we hope. I believe that is Yee.
Yeah.
Gets up from that one, and that, luckily they're wearing those cages.
Oh.
And now here's Bobby Ernsting. Fan on the drive, lets one go again, and that one was blocked in front, but a scary moment there.
Bobby Ernsting tumbles.
And no call from the officials, and Ernsting slow to his skates, he'll come off. And that's right in front of the referees.
That was a clean play, just slipped.
Exactly. But when you look at the amount of physicality that's come in this game, and the referees sometimes with their shoddy decision-making, you never know when a penalty can be called out of nothing. And we get a whistle out of something, a clear offsides, 11:34 left in the third period.
David Heflin picks something up, and something else falls.
It's got to
from
be some
mouth guard?
decal, maybe?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't think Caprio will be handling a mouth guard with his bare hands. It's flu season. Did you get your flu shot?
I got my flu shot. What
There
can
you
I
go.
say?
Bet you thought you'd never
Did
be
you?
asked. Yes.
Good.
With Jay Cutler?
I don't get the joke. Did Jay Cutler have the flu?
No. He doesn't like vaccines.
Back to the hockey.
Back to out the far side. 11:20 left in the third period. Nice deke move there from Paraverzov out in front. Now it's off the right skate and a shot there. Score! Seeing eye. Close, let it go. And it's 3-3. 11:12 left in the third period. Traffic in front. Heflin never saw it. And it just sank into the net.
Yeah, that was not even a hard shot right there. That was it's kind of a floater. I feel like Heflin got a little lost, but yeah, that's right now Illinois. They had their chances. It could have been Joey Randall taking it himself, but Jamestown right now playing the better game. And it's gonna come down to a final 10 minutes here if who wants to extend their winning streak.
And Graham close. Number 6 in orange as we get another whistle. That's only his second goal in 9 games this season. But I told you this all night long, Stephen. Jamestown throws the puck from the point and watches what happens, and that's exactly what occurred. He just lofted run from the point, no real opportunity to beat Heflin without traffic, but there was traffic, and it beat him glove side. We have a brand new game, 3-3, with 11 minutes exactly left in the third. Here's 4-4 now for Rittendale. Joe Nolan on the near side, playing one for Holmgren. Great protection. He drops it from McGing, left circle. Here comes the captain again. His shot was blocked, and he whacks one through his skate. Could be a 2-on-1 rush for the Jimmies. On the left circle, here they come. A shot just missed wide of the crossbar. Oh, the visitors turning it up a pair of notches. Here comes James McGing, winding it up himself. Wanted to go one hand on his stick, but didn't get it as it's dumped in there by Crom as well as McKechnie. Neil Novosel, the sophomore fourth liner, on the red line, dumps it in. John Moskluk races after it. He's tied up there by number 15, Todd. Salk bumps a man, keeps the play alive. A big hit there. He wrapped one down inadvertently to Richter. And that could have been a hooking call, and the referee calls it a bit late. 10 minutes left in the third period, 9:59 exactly. And the ref reacts to that holding penalty. John Moscow is going to sit for 2, and now the home team has to wage war against this Jamestown power play, which, like I mentioned, the point shots are going to be huge coming up.
And that's like maybe Was the fourth line playing a little too much tonight? I don't know. I don't really want to say it's the reason because they've been playing great all night. But just Moskalik right there with a hook in. Illinois' got to play really well again on the PK.
Out of the right point, Garrett Browning, look for him to let one go. And a great steal there from Bobby Ernsting. A miniature one-on-one, but a sliding stick there from Browning at 6'8". Refuses that chance. Here they come again. Browning, right circle, look out. Backdoor pass tipped away there by Tyler Opilka. He's been everywhere tonight, including that play, but it can't get deep. It can't even get out of the zone. And tied up along the far side was number 19, Harris. Cleared away by Illinois, and they'll have to get some fresh personnel.
That's how Opilka chose not to pinch Harris right there in the corner, and that would have allowed him the middle of the ice to be open, so good play on defense.
Opilka takes a bite out of him again. Caprio first to the puck along the end boards with 9:12 left in the third. Tie game, now back to the left point. Minute 10 left of power play time for the Jimmies. Harris spins, now back to the right point. It's Browning. Fakes the shot. Pass explodes off the stick of number 8, McNeil. Stolen away by Cruikshank, and he clears it away. Thomas Kolas in a race for it. Brower will come out and contest this. 8:50 left in the third. He launches one around the far side. 47 seconds left, and John Moskalik minor for holding. And Chance Holmgren loves to forecheck on the penalty kill. Cause a little bit of disruption. But now Richter doesn't buy it. Shakes around Nolan. Jason Richter on the outside. He missed the shot but got his own rebound. Richter floating in below the slot. Instead, it's tipped away as Okino was about to get that pass. James McGing on the race for him. He's going to try and lift his stick, and he retrieves the puck.
Beat him.
8:17 left in the third period. 15 seconds left on Moskalik's minor. And it's McKechnie over the red line, blue line, left wing. He goes down. McGing with the puck and fakes it, holds it, and that will do it for the Jamestown minor. A big kill for Illinois. 7:58 left in the third period.
Yeah, but I think what Illinois has found out there is that not only on the power play, but the go-to guy for the Jimmies is going to be Jason Richter tonight and tomorrow.
Here is Novosel punching one out to center. Managing their ice time is head coach Nick Fabrini, but he sends the fourth line right back out following their infraction that they took as a line. It's Robinson, left circle, wide open play for Browning. The shot was blocked down by Joe Nolan. A pair of monsters on the back end, 6'4" and 6'8" coming together. That shot doesn't get through. Browning again with some time. Jamestown not on the power play, but it looks like it. Low slot redirect to the far side. It's Salk. Uses the glass and kept in beautifully, and Yee taps it forward. Now for Crom. Boarded by Charlie Salk, who's had a heck of a third period. Takes down his man. Now it's Moskalik. Look out! He is launched into the boards, but stays on his feet. 7:04 left in the third.
Oh, my. It's getting physical in here in the big pond. Both teams right now as they look for his game-winning goal.
Tipped into the Illini zone. It is Caprio. Backhands one for Thomas Kolas along the near side. As Ernsting cutting ahead. The Jimmies pouncing on this. They create the turnover. McNeil. That pass came for Bobby Ernsting. Look out. He has some open ice. Red line, blue line, right wing. Now for Kellner. Deking around a man. That was Browning, who's been on the ice for at least 2 minutes. And recovered there by Close, who tied this game up just a couple of minutes ago. Stretch pass. Moving forward. It's McNeil. Pushed by Opilka. They interchange. It's Pruss, who got the scoring started for Jamestown in the first period. Wraps around to the right point. Ned Simpson. Puck on his stick. Now to the left point. McGing and Kellner pressuring that play. It's Ernsting now. And he was stripped of the line. Not out. Here they come once more. It's Pruss. Left circle. Bad angle. Shot went wide. We're down to 6 minutes left in the third period. It's Simpson. Along the angle. Shot there blocked. Thomas Kolas can't get to it, but the captain as well as Caprio gets it out. Here is Kolas, 1-on-3.
Whatever Coach Bell told the Jimmies, they started applying pressure like none else here in this third period.
And Cruikshank overskated it. Now to the left circle. McKechnie out in front. Shot there, save made by Heflin. Where is it? It's in between his legs. 14:22 into this third period. A long stretch without a whistle there, but the attention and the puck has been to the right of your screen in the Illini defensive zone.
Yeah, and that definitely felt like one of those moments where Illinois will kind of just break down on defense and it'll open up a lane for the Jimmies. But Illinois playing really good team defense right now. And Jamestown not getting that many good shots on David Heflin.
And they win the draw to the far side. Richter down low for number 19, Harris. He's got some room. Down low for McKechnie. And now Todd, his pass was broken up by Stuve, and here come the Illini the other way. Great pass. Cruikshank to Richter. Just off his reach. Okino. Now for Todd with 5:15 left in the third. McKechnie on his backhand. Outlets. Rittendale takes him down, but I believe it's going to be an offside. Some fans in the arena may have thought that meant a tripping penalty. But 14:49 into this third period. Tied at 3. Even strength hockey. Cristiano Simonetta, Stephen Cohn. How has this game been for you? Your first game back in a long time, but watching this Illini team struggle to put teams away in their own very building.
Yeah, it's been 7 weeks. Illinois has played pretty well in that time, picking up 4 wins, but right now it seems like the same old, same old.
Buckley out in front, backhand shot. And that was brought to the near side. 4:57 left in the third. Holmgren, Forfar, and McGing out. This seems as good of a time as any for James McGing to pounce on the puck. He does so. Left circle. McGing fakes, shoots. Save made there. And a penalty coming up to the Jimmies. McGing to the right point. It's Rittendale. Forfar out in front. He ducks. And that puck hit him in the side of the head. Where is it? And finally covered there by Brower. And Holmgren has to watch his emotions here as his stick crashed into someone else's. I thought he had lost his lumber and said he's the one who slashed it out of the Jamestown forward. 4:35 left in the third period, and Bobby Ernsting too. You are getting the power play here if you're Illinois.
Yeah, calm down.
You can't afford.
And Joey Randall, little shove. 3 of the 5 Illini on the ice right now have thrown a thrown a push after the whistle.
Cross-checking Minor, Illinois to the power play. All 3 goals that they've scored tonight have come with the man advantage. Number 32, Tyler Chavez-Leach, the leading scorer, puts his team in a hole here. 2 minutes of power play time that they have to kill.
Ernsting, Forfar, Cruikshank, McGing, Opilka, 5 scores out there for the Illini.
And here's Forfar on his back, and he's tripped up. No call there from the official. He may have lost an edge, and it's dumped down for Heflin. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. This is about to get interesting. 3-3. 4:18 left in the third period. Opilka streaking over the block guy. Now Cruikshank. We call him Mr. Third Period. Will he live up to his name tonight? Cruikshank right circle. Has Opilka. And Bobby left side. Ernsting now for Opilka on the straightaway. Cruikshank with the new twig that he just got in practice this week. Look for him to wind up a one-timer. He interchanges with Opilka. 1 minute, 17 seconds left on the power play. Nice toe drag. Tip down low. Save made by Brower. And he covers up again. 3:46 left in the third period. A minute 11 left on Chavez-Leach's Minor for cross-checking.
Right now, Illinois, they're just got to calm down. You can't afford right now a penalty because you don't want to go 4-4, and you don't want to have that PK for a minute with only 3 minutes left. Right now, at least make sure this game gets to overtime if you're not going to score here. But right now, still Illinois, they put more scores out there. Richter, Kellner, everyone.
And Richter won the draw. Kellner punches one to the far side. Kolas. And Kellner on his backhand, being pestered by a pair of Jamestown players. Now for Stuve right point. Joe Nolan, could he be the hero? Now for Stuve, one-timer! Just went high, off the glass, and out in front. And the net is dislodged again. 5 times. Tonight, 3:26 left in the third period. Very reminiscent of Illinois against Robert Morris a couple weeks ago on the Friday. Puck hit off the glass, over back of the cage, and into the net. But Jamestown able to keep that puck out. Keeping the puck in was Grant Stuve. Finally tossed back.
Speaking of Robert Morris,
left in the third.
Robert Morris dropped a game tonight to Iowa State 1-0. So good for Illinois if they can find a way to pull off a win.
Nolan for Stuve. Kellner. It's a miscommunication. Harris dumps it down. Nolan grabs it, gloves it, plays it to his stick. Goes far side. 20 seconds left in the Illini power play. It is Stuve. Right circle. Backdoor play. Here's Kolas. Fakes around a man. Stuve wants the one-timer. Pump fakes 2 or 3 times. Now for Nolan right circle. Joe Nolan, 8 seconds left, excuse me. Now Richter, left circle. Moving in. Down low for Kolas. Even strength. Richter has a chance. Backdoor for Stuve. holds, fires, save made there by Brower. Back to even strength, 2:27 left in the third period. Could be a minor 2-on-1 break for the Jimmies. Far side, great play there by Nolan to punch the puck through, trying to catch the visitors on a change.
I think Illinois waited too long there in that power play. Wait till after it ended to get a shot.
And here's Paraverzov back for Buckley. He is hit hard by Homer, and what a hit there. And Stuve out to neutral zone. 120 seconds left in this game. The last period of regulation. If there is no score change, here's McKechnie trying to make sure we don't get to the end of my sentence, as well as overtime. Homerin checks McKechnie. Out in front, left pad save. Oh, what a weird carom once again.
That was off McGing's stick.
Oh, and a big hit there by Forfar. Shot there deflected wide. Now to the right point. Slap shot there, just missed wide to the left post. That was Richter. Somebody catch your breath. This is back and forth in the Illini defensive zone, and Richter with some more pressure. 125. Caprio punches him off. Nolan and Homerin want it. Homer to the right point.
Illinois can't clear again.
They can't. Homerin. Captain at the line beautifully by McKechnie. Pair of bodies go down in the neutral zone. A bit of 4-on-4 play. But Homerin will head off. 1:05 left in the third period. McGing hunting for it. Wraps one for Caprio. And Joey Caprio. A lot of patience, a lot of poise. Now for Bobby Ernsting, stopping and starting, gains a line. Here comes David Counter, left circle, fires off the blocker and up. 47.1 left in this third period, and threes are wild.
Well, now Illinois has a chance. So they got the offensive zone draw. They have a stoppage of play, take a deep breath. 47 seconds. Illinois not looking for overtime right now. Try to win this game regulation. Don't give Jamestown any chances at 3-on-3.
And I don't know if Jamestown wants overtime either. I know they're a road team, but they're unfamiliar with this wide ice surface. And the slower team out of these two clubs with the more physical one. Off the draw, Joe Nolan left circle. Out of the right point, it's Rittendale. 43 seconds ago, he shot one intentionally wide off the back of the cage. Here is Kolaz. Down low, Okino. For number 7, Robinson. Through the middle, that could have been a break for the Jimmies. Now it's Ernsting, chipping one over a man's stick. Now counter right side, 23 seconds to go in the third period. Lays one on, never materialized to the front of the net. Now here's McNeil. McNeil now for Yee. He lost the puck. Richter shoulders him off. 10 seconds left in the period. Here's Nolan, one last push for Illinois with 8 seconds left. He shakes and shimmies to the left circle. Crookshank's there, he winds one, wide, out in front again on the backhand. And a save made by Brower. We're going to 3-on-3 overtime, tied at 3 apiece. Illinois was up 3-2 heading into this final period of regulation, but Graham Close tied the game up as we head to overtime after this short break. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. It's been a fun one. We're glad you're with us. You're about to experience the pure joy, maybe, or heartbreak of 3-on-3 overtime. At the Big Pond, Illinois 1-0 in overtime this season in their own building. They won in early December thanks to Drew Richter's goal with 45 seconds left in the extra time. 1:47 away from this fourth period. Stephen Cohn, if there's a guy from either team you think's going to win this hockey game, you better say it now.
I'm going with Kolaz. I feel still got chances there in that third. But it's going to be his first game right now at the ACHA level. 3-on-3 first overtime game. I think he gets a shift. He's going to probably get that second shift. He's going to take a chance, and he's going to break past the Jimmy defender. He's going to shimmy past the Jimmy and score the game winner.
So what's the ideal 3 you want to put out immediately for head coach Cabrini? You got so many options.
That's rough. I think it's got to start with Crookshank. I think definitely. And I don't know. Do you go with McGinn, Crookshank? I wasn't there for the last overtime game. I don't know how this. I don't know how Coach Fabrini really worked this out.
I think you got to go McGinn and Crookshank, 2 guys who complement each other's skill, and then Tyler Opilk on the back end, who has been the best Illini player tonight from the defensive side.
Yeah.
He has broken up a lot of chances. David Heflin assumes the net to the left on your screen. You see him passing. Tyson Brower goes to the right net, and
so Nick Fabrini's over there right now talking to his team. What kind of play do you set up, and what's the situation he's looking at?
Win the draw and go.
That's
There's
it?
a lot of ice here, Steven. It can happen just like that. You can either play it conservative off the opening faceoff if you win it.
Do you set a play? What kind of play can you set in a 3-on-3 on this big of an ice?
Depends on how you win it, but if you get your ideal opportunity at the middle area of the ice, you want to go wide, take guys wide along the wings, have a trailer, sit back at the point, and let one rip. McGing, Cruikshank, Opilka coming out for Illinois.
Still waiting for one more net dislodgement so we get the 6. We'll see.
Richter,
Maybe it comes in a shootout.
Richter, McKechnie, and Okino start for Colbell's club. 3-on-3 overtime. Are you ready? We sure as heck are. McKechnie won it for Okino. Slow and steady may win the race here in overtime. Cruikshank pressuring. Dropped one back into the Jimmies defensive zone. It's Okino. Skating slowly. Now on the left side. Accelerating here is McKechnie. Now for Okino. His shot easily patted away by Heflin. Big battle here, one-on-one. Cruikshank exchanging some jabs. Comes free from McGing. He'll go behind his own net and reset. Plays it back for Opilka. 4:27 left in the third period. I think the Illini are trying to bait Jamestown here, Steven, to commit low in the zone for a play out, but that pass was too far, and Eric Cruikshank has to watch Okino as he plays one for Jason Richter.
And like we saw at the end of the third, Jamestown playing great defense and not allow the Illini to clear the puck.
Richter on the far side corner. Will we see another Richter, one in orange and gray, in this overtime? Here's Cameron Todd deking around a couple of Illini. McGing on him with 3:56 left in the third. Or excuse me, overtime. McGing forced the turnover. He's down right wing. He's late on his shift. Here's Cruikshank. He'll wait for his teammates to change. Opilka back. A smart play there from Cruikshank. Instead of maybe dumping the puck in or exhausting way too much energy for an offensive chance that may not pan out, he goes more conservative.
Refreshed Illini. Gets to come out. And
here's Thomas Kolaz. Spin move there around Todd. And he takes a check, and Pruss takes the puck, 2-on-2. He's with number 19, Harris. Pruss, 3:20 left in overtime. Along the far side half, it's risky pass, but that paid off. It's Okino again. Out in front, save made by Heflin. He decides to not play it and holds on. 3:10 left in this overtime frame. We're tied at 3, and no clear victor in sight.
yeah, I don't think Jamestown's been like that great on the draws tonight that seems like an okay play. They're not concerned Jamestown's going to be able to score off one pass. So I agree with that decision by Heflin to stop the puck.
Face-off's critical. McKechnie and Homerin. And Chance wins it cleanly now for Joe Nolan, who can rev up the wheels. Taking around McKechnie, and here he goes. Joe Nolan. Great pass for Homerin. He's got counter on his left side. Chance Homerin right circle. Goes around the net. Buckley on Homerin. Puck comes free for counter. Counter now for Nolan. Head fakes along the near side corner with 2:43 to go in overtime. It's counter around for Nolan. 2-on-1. Homerin winds it up. A changeup. That was knocked away by the blocker of Brower, but the Illini's best chance of overtime, no matter how smooth it was, it got to the net.
Halfway done with overtime.
A pass from Nolan. Now for counter. 2:25 left in overtime. Drops it back for the freshman defenseman. Whose number will be called next? It's Drew Richter, who was the hero in last overtime's game in December. Here he comes. Richter, right circle, going around, has some options. Forfar, back door. Richter, again on his backhand, pressuring against Okino. Here comes Richter, shot save made, point blank, and Brower beat him, excuse me, 2 minutes left in overtime. I'm just inventing new words.
He was trying to beat the Jimmy, but Richter, I thought he yelled onto that one just a little too long. I would have liked the one other pass to maybe find Forfar. Would have had a chance maybe for a goal from the high slot.
Forfar won the draw. Now here's Opilka. Opilka, Richter, and Forfar. This trio out now as Bell, Todd, and Yee out. Richter going wide, drops one for Opilka. To his backhand. Tyler Opilka knocked away there by Todd. Great defensive play from both these teams in this overtime period. 1:40 left. Richter for Opilka. Down low for Forfar. Strong on his skates. Miscommunication, he drops one back. Intercepted by the Jimmies McGing. And Ernsting on. There's number 16, Bell. Over the left circle, shot one, blocker save there by Heflin. And a nice bounce, could be a 2-on-2 the other way. Here comes McGing, settles the puck down. 1:15 left in overtime. Dropped one for Bobby, he's open, he shoots! Deflected wide out in front. As McGing was tied up with Richter. Big hit there by the captain. Ernsting stops and starts. Uh-oh, look out. Almost a 2-on-1, but Ernsting's speed cut him down. Richter going wide. Right circle, shoots! Just wide. 55 seconds left in overtime. McGing pressuring. Can't strip the puck away. Ernsting does, drops one for Rittendale. On Okino. He saucers one back for Ernsting. 43 seconds ago in overtime. Rittendale for McGing. Pass far side for Bobby. Just a second too early. He goes down low for Ritz. Here's Joey Rittendale. Could he have some time? He fires one blocked by Richter off his stick blade. And Crookshank out. Okino on. Watch out! Miscommunication once more. Harris left circle. Winds. Fires. Wide of the net.
Rittendale knew that one wasn't going to be close.
Saucer pass, oh, off the back skate of Crookshank. He may play this one intentionally offside. They don't wave it down. Almost too many men. Other side, it's Todd, and a shot there. 4 seconds left. There was for sure going to be an offside, but the referees didn't call it. And that could have been dangerous if that puck from Todd had entered the twine. Now the clock reads 4.1, and I believe we're going to be heading to a shootout, barring a miracle.
Hey, miracles have happened. So,
do you believe in them?
I don't know.
Like
don't make that. I get the joke. Okay. I got it.
Should have said yes.
Yeah, sure. I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Chance Holmgren, Thomas Kolaz, Joe Nolan, Okino, McKechnie, and I can't see the third forward as no names on the sides or no numbers on the sides. Regardless, it doesn't matter who's playing on either side. It was Cameron Todd, by the way. We're going to a shootout. 3-3, the individual skills competition. It's coming up. Overtime, it was a fun one.
That was fun. I had a good time.
But not a lot of open chances.
No.
Not even a remote 2-on-1. Back and forth pace. Both teams playing tight to their vests and not allowing much off the rush.
I think Jamestown had 2 opportunities there at the end of the overtime period where they probably could have drove in and tried to fake out Heflin. Instead, they just took shots from the left points, and we'll have a shootout. So, you're Nick Fabrini. You got to send out a shooter there first. Who are you starting with? You have so many options now on this team. So many options.
You go McGing first, based on prior history. McGing first, Crookshank second, Ernsting third, and then you have Opilka.
You've like 6 guys.
You've got Kolaz, Nolan even. They put out Mark Condotti in the 5th round against Lindenwood in late October, so anything could happen in the shootouts. And
you got Richter. I trust Richter right now. He's got one pass. He's got a bunch of great shots on Broward today.
And I believe the home squad has deferred. Jamestown will be the first to shoot.
You know, I'm thinking Jamestown. I think you go Richter first. But we'll see if they can try to go like Chavez Leach, leading scorer, someone that hasn't really had a great night. I'm going to try to get that chance.
It'd be a great story. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. If you're just joining us, 3-3, Illini versus the Jamestown Jimmies. Following the overtime period. Tyson Brower in the net to the right. David Heflin in the net to the left. We're almost set for it.
Illinois 0-1 this season in shootouts. They lost to Lindenwood back on October 27th. That was a 4-3 shootout loss. Well, the game was 4-3, not the shootout.
Here is Cole McKechnie in the first round of the shootout against Heflin. 5 goals, 15 assists on the season. He's a dish master. How could he serve as a savior for the Jimmies? He moves in and weaves his way along the left circle. Backhand, forehand, backhand, score! And the first round, the top of it, goes to the Jamestown Jimmies, 1-0. Bobby Ernsting set to face off against Tyson Brower.
That was good. That was McKechnie, not who I would. He hasn't had the best night offensively, but
simplicity is sometimes the key. Forehand, backhand, backhand, forehand.
Yeah, Heflin might have not, hasn't really seen that much tonight, but simple, now Ernsting.
Bobby Ernsting retrieves the puck at the block eye. He'll go left side, moving in on his forehand, backhand, again, and ran out of room. Save made by Brower, didn't make the first move, and a chance for Jamestown to really put their feet to the Illini's necks in this second round if they're able to cash in. Cameron Todd, the Australian, up next for the Jimmies. He skates in with a lot of speed. Great save by Heflin, giving his team a chance to tie it up.
Heflin couldn't find it at first, but he blocked it away into the left circle. And now who comes up next? Mr. Third Period himself, Eric Crookshank.
The second round.
McGing being saved.
Crookshank loves that low blocker release. What will he do here? Brower to chase and a save made. Great stop there on the right arm by Brower and a chance to win it for the Jimmies. Who will Cole Bell call upon? It may be Jason Richter. No, they go to the lefty. Alan Pruss, look for him to go glove side here early, Steven. He moves in for a chance to win it. Here he comes. Save made by Heflin. The third round, it's Drew Richter approaching that block guy at center ice. Brower is not the type of goaltender that will bite on moves. Maybe a shot is the way to go. Nonetheless, Richter's got to score. Drew Richter. You can hear a pin drop in the ice arena. Over the near circles, moves in, fires glove, saved by Brower, and the game is over. Jamestown wins 4-3 in the shootout. Tyson Brower, the story. Illinois drops this one 4-3.
An excellent night from Tyson Brower. Gave up the 3 goals, but overall just a great night. Illinois took it to a shootout. David Heflin gave up the first one, and that's the night. But they'll be back tomorrow, and Illinois one's guy, I feel like they have a better understanding of Jamestown now, and they should be able to pull that one off.
And they get the point with the shootout, and they have a chance to still win the weekend series if they win in regulation. But for right now, Jamestown coming from behind, down 3-1, tying the game up. And Cole McKechnie scoring the lone shootout goal through 3 rounds. David Heflin stopped 2 out of 3, but Tyson Brower, he kept this game from becoming laughable in the second period. And look what happens. The Jimmies end up with a Friday night victory. Yeah,
a mixture of glove saves, some blockers, and just great defense overall by the Jimmies tonight, especially in that third period and overtime period. Just to not allow Illinois to get into their offensive scheme. And I feel like Jamestown, this is an up-and-coming program here in the ACHA. That's why I saw it tonight. Only their second year under a young head coach like Cole Bell. This is a team that could be very successful going forward.
And their first appearance in a intimidating building such as the Big Pond. It's a setting where not a lot of teams come out unscathed their first go-around, but they get an A+, 1-for-1. They get the victory, 4-3 in a shootout.
Yeah, and we'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. You know, Dave Heflin's going to get the start again. I feel like maybe the rust is off now. He's got that game under his belt after a weekend off. And I think Illinois understands now that they're at full strength. It's going to be a lot of rotating with those top 3 lines, and just to try to find that rhythm, especially with guys like Thomas Colas.
The turning point for me in this hockey game was when the Illini win the draw. Neil Novosel wins it back to the left point. Joe Nolan has a chance to move the puck forward and move the puck to the weak side defenseman, uncovered in Rittendale. He tries to go saucer feed to the near side, intercepted by Jason Richter. He buries it, and now it's a 1-goal game with 3 minutes left in the second period, and it changes everything. Because if you're up 2-0 going in the third, you got 1 extra cushion, 1 extra mistake. But in the third period, it's a goal thrown on from close that you shoot it 99 times, it's probably only going to go in once.
That's the same thing about that Richter goal earlier in the game for the Jimmies. So just some bad luck tonight for the line. I couldn't get anything going against Brower in that shootout, and just come back to the rink tomorrow and hope for better.
Puck drop tomorrow night, 7 p.m. in this very building. We thank everybody for tuning into this 2-hour and 53-minute broadcast.
I had fun.
And I think I had fun as well. It's a fun time, shootout, overtime hockey. You may have not enjoyed the result, Illini fans, but the Jamestown Jimmies, what an excellent show from them. They win 4-3 in a shootout. For Stephen Cohn, I'm Cristiano Simonetto. We'll see you tomorrow night.